should drive and do it. We can do it together.
We are going live now.
Okay.
Okay, there's no audio, but we are live. I'm going to pull up. I did this earlier, hang on. This is on a double. Why now, bro?
I'm gonna try it. What? Where? It might be.
I don't like why though?
Here, do you want to try to see if your audio? I can go here. Let me go listen. I'll go over my settings.
My audio's not off. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why this is broken now.
What?
I'm trying to figure out why this is broken now. That's.
I mean, it's working here.
Is that live? Look at that.
It is live. It's live.
Are you sure that's not just frozen? No. Okay.
No, it's slightly delayed.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was gonna.
All right. You know, 2 concurrent viewers and it's me and you.
Hey,
all right.
yeah, let's go. Okay, wait. You here? Oh, and I'm gonna.
Oh, can you turn on the lights in here too? No, it's one of those other buttons that is. Can you go ask Coach McWoods to do it? She did it last time.
That makes more sense.
No, wait. I think you have to do these because those go out too much when it gets dark. I don't remember. Someone go find Coach McWoods and do it. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. Stream status poor. Are any of you guys on the school Wi-Fi right now, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Data. That's probably the reason. Oh, no, wait, no, I wouldn't be on school Wi-Fi. Yeah, probably.
This worked fine for literally 2 hours, and then it's like, nope.
When are you going to start? You're going to start after the pledge?
Yeah.
Are you going to start after the pledge?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's here. Okay.
Is our okay, sit down. No, it's not. You're good.
Okay.
This ain't gonna go well. Okay. Here's your name. Something already died.
We got something.
We got Jordan.
Yeah, but I still like to believe that the old hag is dead.
The stream is going perfect for literally 2 hours, and then it just started to buffer right now, but we're fine. Listen, still
Guys, once you start audio, I'll go in there check to make sure audio sounds good. Yeah, I'll close the door to make sure audio is good. Then I'll walk back in, just give you a quick thumbs up or down, depending on how it's going with the audio. If it's thumbs up, at that point, I'm gonna head down and just enjoy the game. And then if you ever need, if you get too low, just say like Mayday, and I'll get either me and Ben or something, and we'll just fly together.
I'm at 44 right now. I'm not going to last the game. I would probably just, after we're all set up, just go get a charger.
Do you want me to go get it?
After we make sure everything's good and we check the audio, after that, then go get a charger.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Because I probably got another hour.
Okay, I'll rush it. I'll talk about it. And then we can get back into it.
Oh, I went healthy for a second.
What?
I went healthy for a little bit.
I literally don't know. All I know is it looks fine. So,
Yeah.
just don't know why it always says I'm like slightly behind.
Whoa! All right, let's go. All right, boys. Everyone shut the door.
Okay, I'm gonna once you guys start audio, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna open the door, thumbs up, thumbs down, and then I'm gonna grab the charger and see test me the bell.
Everyone out.
Audio ready?
No, I'll give you a thumbs up. After the coin toss will go live, I'll get the intro and we'll kick off. We'll be good.
No, I want to do like an intro.
Yeah, once mics are on, you'll. Okay, yeah. I'll give you a thumbs up when mics are on.
I want to do like a little intro though.
Yeah.
Can we do like a little intro?
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna do an intro. I got you.
Okay.
And I'm probably like, hello everyone. You're welcome thing. I'm Sam Becker, and this is my co-host, and then you say your name. That's it.
Our band is better than the football team this year.
Also, I would just don't bang the table, please. This is I don't know. This was working fine earlier, but it's not smooth right now. I just say don't touch the table.
I will not touch the table here.
I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it. Motherfucker, what the fucking shit, man.
I think it might be the
Why isn't it locking?
I don't know how much more time works.
That's tight.
Do you need me to go get? Do you need me to get Liv to try to come up here and fix it?
Leave it. Let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
Do you want me to get Liv to try to fix the camera, and then you guys just work
Yes.
on audio right now and start talking, and
Yes.
then I'll go get Liv.
That would be.
Okay, I'll get Liv to come up here, tell her to be quiet, and then after I get Liv up here, I'll run and grab a charger.
Thanks a million. Okay.
But first, let's get audio. I just want to
All right.
Can we audio check?
Yeah.
Mic on in 3, 2, 1.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Wait.
Marquette Mustangs have won the coin toss. They have deferred.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this beautiful, beautiful night for football. I am Owen Backer, and this here is my co-host.
We are broadcasting to you live from the Lions Memorial Stadium here. It's a beautiful, beautiful Friday night. We've got the Marquette Mustangs facing off against the Kirkwood Pioneers, and we hope to give you our first cage to be broadcasted this game.
There you go. It is currently 66 degrees, and it feels like a beautiful night for football. We are set here. The 4-0 Marquette Mustangs are taking on the 2-2 Kirkwood Pioneers. And I'd say, well, what do you think the Pioneers' chances are this game?
Well, Owen, it's going to be a hard-fought game. The Mustangs, they've always been a powerhouse. We lost them last year. Our track record against tough teams this year certainly is decent. We got a great win against Hazelwood Central last week, and let's hope to carry that momentum to the night. But it all depends on whether or not we can rely on our defense. We've got solid offense. Dion Brown, D1 recruit, has run for a combined 4 touchdowns in 2 games so far. He is a one-man army, but the question is, can we stop Marquette and their powerhouse offense?
Certainly. 2 weeks ago, because there was a bye week last week, 2 weeks ago, Kirkwood's defense was very impressive against Hazelwood Central. We'll see if they can repeat that success in this game. Marquette with the kickoff here. This one is booted. Oh, straight down. The ball is loose.
Short kick by the
And the refs indicated Marquette has the ball.
The Mustangs there.
Off the kickoff there, he just booted it. Straight line drive at the front of the Kirkwood Pioneer Special Teams unit. Off a shin, and I don't know if that was a designed onside play or if it was a mess up, but either way, a fortunate turn of events for the Marquette Mustangs.
And you have to wonder, did Kirkwood special teams miss a call on that? They set up in a tight formation, but it seems like that might have been an accident. Marquette just got lucky. So that's going to be Kirkwood defense with the start here.
There you go. All right, Pioneers on their back heels early. Let's see if we can respond to that. Man set in motion. Handoff up the middle here, and he's got nowhere to go, and he is wrapped up in the backfield.
Handoff
The carry there by number 24, Jack Krebs.
loss on the play.
Looks like a 2-yard loss in the play.
Be second and 10.
32-12 for the Kirkwood 32.
Pioneers looking to create some defensive opportunities here. Get that momentum shift early. Ball is snapped, fake handoff, drops back to pass. He's going to scramble up the middle here, and he launches this one, and that is dropped along the sideline. He was looking for his man just beyond the first down marker at the 30-yard line, and it did not go. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Pass by Albrecht. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs.
And it seems like Kirkwood's defensive line has a great rush on the middle right now. We've got some good momentum, and the offensive line isn't holding up to pressure as much as they're saying.
Obviously still early, but they've got good pressure so far. Snaps back in the gun, drops back to pass. Going around, he's able to get it to the running back, and he's got some room in front. And he is wrapped up just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 4th and a couple.
Beautiful stop by Devon Adams. Perfect placement. That defensive line rush seems to really simple their options. They had 2 deep. Ended up throwing the running back to the good starters so far for the Pioneers defense.
They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Too long for a field goal, too short for a punt. Marquette's going to look to the sideline.
10 seconds on the clock.
Ball snapped a little bit low. It's handed off up the middle, and he's got, there you go. That's going to be a gain of about 6 yards, and they convert on the 4th down try, and they've pushed past the 30-yard line into Pioneer territory.
Kirkwood defensive line is the first stop so far. Letting a huge hole in and punches straight up the middle. We'll see if Kirkwood's defensive coordinator like that on Marquette's early offense.
Let me check.
You hear a low snap again. This one's handed off with the middle, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. That's going to be a gain of nothing. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Kirkwood's defense stifling the run a little bit to start this game. Obviously, they did not start off in an ideal position.
Very nice stop at the first of this time. Okay, so I'm apparently back. Cut your audio. I'm apparently really quiet.
It sounds quiet.
You sound good.
I'm holding it pretty damn close to me.
Yeah, either or just speak
Like-
louder.
Right, yeah, like right up to.
Okay.
Quality
All
room.
ran.
The quality sounds
Yeah,
pretty
quality's
good.
fine, yeah.
Alright, cool.
So is this going to go audio?
If this gets tapped, it
Yes.
immediately falls over.
Okay. Owens said that it was going that it would like block out other sounds.
They will.
They're blocking out us.
I can the
Well,
like
yeah,
let's
which
go
is
Kirk.
good because you want these to pick you up, you don't want this
Yeah.
to
The
pick you
issue
up.
is that let's go Kirkwood is super loud.
Yeah.
Should we
And
close
kinda
these
overdo
windows? Should we close the windows?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Okay, this is a whole task, though. Somebody.
Do that?
Oh, by the way, camera's stable. I just need to tighten the adjustments. So
Alright, cool.
that's good.
And Albrecht is sneak up the middle.
Kirkwood defensive line is still not being able to combat this run game and Marquette's pushing there.
Jack Albrand, the quarterback from Marquette. He's had some great pocket presence this game, and he was able to scramble forward that one for the first down. We had some technical difficulties on the last few plays, but we are back now.
I'm going to open the window slightly.
No, we got it.
And he is brought down in the backfield. Albrand, the keeper, took the left side, and he was brought down in the backfield before anything could materialize on that play.
That look good. We can shift it. We can shift it either way.
Is it zoomed on?
We're qualified enough. It should be zoomed all the way out. You want to zoom all the way in?
No.
It's not. Marquette's going to their line again. Indecisive on the play calls this game.
All right, it's time for Kirkwood's red zone defense. Come up big here. It's going to be a keeper. And Albrand is decked in the backfield. That play went absolutely nowhere. Kirkwood's defense coming up big so far. It'll be third down and long.
Huge stops from Delvon Adams so far. He's had a great game. He's got 2 stops so far. 1 tackle on the running back who broke away, and he's been in good position so far.
7:49 on the play clock. We are still on the first drive of the game. This has been a dogfight so far. We'll see if this trend continues to the rest of the game.
Marquette's in field goal range, so they're going to be looking to go if they get to 4th down here.
I say you try to play conservative, get a couple yards here, and then just take the points. Oh, and that play looks like it was an offside call.
Looked like Marquette's number 55 jumped, but we'll see.
See what the ref says here. That penalty is on the offense.
As I thought, 55 jumped out. And they're going to have themselves quite a 3rd down try
Yeah.
here.
Well, what do you think they do here? Do you think they try to go for the touchdown, or do you think they just try to pick up a chunk of yards and go for the points?
I don't know. They've had a strong running game so far, so we'll see if they try to hand it off.
We'll see what they do
Big
here.
pocket on that left side.
Al ran in the gun. He drops back. Nobody's back there. He sails this one deep to the end zone, and it is incomplete. It will be 4th down and very long.
Good defensive rush by the Pioneers. Cut off the quarterback's options. And it looked like we had a shot at an interception there. Number 2, Bruce Malone, he's back deep. But
4th and 22. A very difficult situation for the Mustangs to be in now. Too short for a punt, obviously. Too long to really go for it, but they're going to try.
They're going for it.
They are going to go for it. This is some interesting play calling. We'll see how this develops.
Marquette obviously has the confidence in themselves here. They go into the line with 15 seconds left. We'll see what happens. It looks like they've got yet another, the jet sweep ready, but we'll see what happens.
Line up 3 receivers on the right side. Algren rolls to his right. He's looking deep.
Oh,
He
man.
launches this
Oh
one
my
deep to
God,
the end zone,
no.
and that one is caught. It is a touchdown on a 4th down and 22. The Marquette Mustangs convert. It looks like the corner was tripped up slightly, and they will take a 6-0 lead pending the extra point.
And just a lapse in coverage by Kirkwood there. He was deep, 2 men in the area, and I guess they're playing zone coverage.
Yeah.
Noticed them.
You see what happened there? I saw a Pioneer on the ground there. It looks like they got tripped up a little bit. They were looking for the PI call. It did not materialize, though.
Obviously, the quarterback got some room. He was down back there at the 30, managed to get himself quite the pass there, and it's just an unfortunate situation for the Pioneers. Extra point is up and good, and that'll be 7-0 Marquette Mustangs, 7-3 in the first quarter.
This has been a bit of a trend for the Kirkwood Pioneers this year, both on offense and defense. Solid play all around, and then just one backbreaker at the end, and Marquette comes away with the points. What do you think Kirkwood's mindset is going into this first offensive drive now with 7 minutes left in the first quarter?
Obviously you're going to rely on your big gun, Deion Brown. We'll see.
Of course.
We'll see if he can carry some run game. I don't know much about Marquette's defense, but if they manage to cover the run game, it's going to be Kirkwood's game to win. I mean, Marquette's going to come out obviously storming. They just had a phenomenal first drive, but it's whether or not Kirkwood can take advantage of the inconsistencies of a high school football team.
There you go. Obviously, the run, a massive part of Kirkwood's offense. Deion Brown, the focal point of this offense. But Jerry Macklin, the former wide receiver, we'll see if he can dial up some pass plays with quarterback Omar Hopkins and see if we can get some pass plays going.
Here's the kickoff. Another
This
squib
one
kick.
is squib. This time it is caught by number 11, Cameron Richardson, and he's got some room up front, a solid return, and he'll be down to not quite the 35, the 34-yard line.
All right, Kirkwood's gonna have himself a 7-yard drive here. We'll see what they do. I'm guessing we're gonna get an early Deion Brown push, but it's a question of whether or not they can rely on some of those wide receivers. You've obviously got your tight end option, Yelvin, but the question is Marquette's defense tough enough to avoid the tight end option?
Last week on the, I guess 2 weeks ago, against Hazelwood Central, there was a lot of passes into the flat to the tight ends and a lot of outside runs to open the first drive. Let's see if that repeats here. Omar Hopkins in the gun, nobody around him. They'll pass on the first play. He sails this one deep downfield, and that was about 10 yards.
We're going to get a PI call on Marquette's number 1.
We got some yellow laundry on the turf, and it looks like that is going to be pass interference.
I apologize. We don't have number 1's name on the roster, so we can't call him out for his misdoings, but Kirkwood's number one. Jaden Sloan was back deep, got the PI call, and looks like Kirkwood's going to be in the advantage here.
I mean, that's a backbreaker if you're Marquette's defense and you're trying to, set momentum, come out strong. Your offense just came up big for you in the first play of the game. I mean, you give up a massive 40-yard swing. That's brutal.
And they still haven't pulled one yet, so he's not going to have time to think about that on the bench. They've got Deion Brown back. And
see if they get him involved here.
There he goes.
It'll be a handoff to Brown up the middle, and he went absolutely nowhere. That
4-yard loss in play.
4-yard loss. There's nothing he could do there.
46. Second down and 14 for the Pioneers.
Pioneers will sub out some personnel here, see if they can drop something different.
I'm seeing Jade Sloan goes to the line. I can't see anything else on the field right now, so.
Deion Brown once again in the backfield. That ball is handed off to him, and he's got some blockers this time, and he stumbles forward, and he gets just back to where this play started.
All right, it'll be 3 and 10 for the Pioneers from their 50. They got a 50-yard drive ahead of them, and we just saw that Omar Hopkins had the passing option, so we'll see if he defaults to his wide receivers and Jaden Sloan and Bruce. But it's a question of whether or not they're feeling comfortable with their run game right now. I correct myself, they're on the 49, so it'll be 3rd and 11 for them.
3rd and 11, we'll see if the Pioneers exercise the pass option here. Their only pass play so far resulted in a PI call. Hopkins sends Brown outside, snaps the ball. He's got some room to run, and he is wrapped up and tackled out of bounds after a gain of about 2 yards, and that will be 4th down and 8. And it looks like the Pioneers will be forced to punt here.
Looks like it. Obviously, they're worried about going for anything on 4th down at the 50-yard line. That's a tough position to be in, but they're leaving the quarterback team. They're leaving him on the field, so we'll see what happens here.
No, looks like the Pioneers are being a little aggressive here early. They will go for it. Hopkins and Brown in the backfield. They look to the sideline. I imagine you're passing here. Hopkins snaps the ball, drops back to pass. He scrambles outside. There's pressure. He doesn't see anyone. He launches this one, and that one is caught on the sideline at the 35-yard line, and they will convert on the 4th down.
Larry Robinson with a big catch. That's a 15-yard gain for the Pioneers, and they will move the markers.
There you go. That was a little toe tapper there, wasn't it?
It was a nice pass. Omar Hopkins with great play. He managed to get outside the coverage and find himself a nice little pass.
Had a little bit of trouble rolling to his left 2 weeks ago, but that was an excellent play by him. We'll see if this continues. Hopkins on the option. He runs to the left here, and he is able to get just shy of the 1st down. I think this will be a 2nd and inches.
Omar Hopkins back. Here they go. 2 and 2.
And it looks like there was several false starts on that play. The ref will toss the flag. We'll see where this penalty goes. That'll be a false start penalty on the Pioneers. It'll bump back 5 yards, and it'll look to be a 2nd and 6. Not a horrible position for the Pioneers to be in, but obviously not ideal.
Now, Kirkwood with 1 penalty for 5 yards, and Marquette 2 for 20, so there's a little bit of disparity there. Kirkwood getting the first penalty call. Obviously not the best thing in the world, but Kirkwood's drawing penalties so far this game.
Kirkwood's penalty discipline has been better this year. Handoff up the middle to Brown. He's got a little bit of daylight, but he is swallowed up there before it can come to be, and it'll be a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, as Ellen mentioned, if you remember last year, Kirkwood led the Suburban Conference in penalties called, as well as yards lost from penalties. So it's a question of whether or not Kirkwood has got themselves together under the new leadership here in Marquette this year.
Certainly much more disciplined this year. Hopkins snaps the ball. He drops back to pass. Fires this one, and that is caught by Jaden Sloan, and I think that'll be enough. chains will be moved here, and the Pioneers will get a fresh set of downs on the other side of Marquette's 30.
And Kirkwood's had a good long slow drive here. They got 309 in the quarter. Let's see what they do with it.
Hawkins alone in the backfield in the gun. He snaps it, drops back to pass, going through his reads. He launches this one deep to the end zone, and that's caught! That is caught, and it is a touchdown by number 17, Larry Robinson. That was a dart, and he hauled it in right in the breadbasket. The Pioneers, assuming the extra point, will tie this football game with 2:56 left to go in the first.
I believe we have, I don't know if we talked about this yet, we've got a new placemaker here, Miles Kruger, number 42, kicking in place of Jet Holiday, who was pulled after several missed extra point attempts. And let's see if we can fill in.
And
Up and good.
ooh, that wasn't a pretty extra point, but it got through, and it will be a tie football game, 7-7.
Indeed. For the breaking action, this is a reminder that this is your Kirkwood call reporters, Owen Backer, calling on the play by
There we go.
And I'm Mason Helen. We're doing the call up here, and we are absolutely thrilled to be with you here tonight on this Friday night. Beautiful night for football, sunset in the background in suburban Missouri. Kirkwood Pioneers, 7, Marquette Mustangs with the same.
Yeah. What do you think Kirkwood did well that drive? I think they, didn't run the ball as much as we're accustomed to seeing. They really kind of stretched the defense, aired it out a little bit. I wonder if we'll see more of that this game.
Yeah, we saw a really aggressive passing game.
Definitely.
Obviously, number 4, Omar Hopkins, our quarterback, had some issues with his offensive line. They folded pretty hard, but he was able to lock it down much better than I expected. Deion Brown hasn't been the primary focus of this game so far, so hopefully that's going to affect Marquette's strategy, and the Pioneers will have themselves a try. 2:56 in the first quarter. Pioneers are kicking off. Miles Kruger again on the kickoff. No Jet Holiday. We expected him to be on the kickoff team, but it's Miles Kruger instead. Very interesting indeed.
Certainly earning his spot. Pioneer special teams have kind of been all over the place this year. Let's see if we can get a solid play here. And this one is booted, sailing over, caught at the 10. He's slicing and dicing upfield, and he will be brought down at the 22-yard line. That was good contained by the Pioneer special teams unit.
None of the names are here. None of these numbers are.
Wait.
It's on.
Okay.
I keep turning it on.
What's wrong? Is he Marquette's wrong, or?
Yeah, Marquette's, we don't have it.
Well, their quarterback is right.
Okay.
Well, who's like their good quarterback? And then, this is literally says 22-23. I don't know. I mean, Kirkwood, I know for a fact is right.
Yeah, whatever. Marquette's quarterback, number 2, Jack Allred back in the gun. Here's a snap.
Handoff up the middle, and he is tripped up there, and it'll be a gain of only a couple. Once again, this powerful Marquette running game has been contained fairly well so far by the Pioneers. Their only touchdown, the real dagger that came on that 4th and 22, was a passing play.
Indeed, number 32, Jafari Staples with that stop. The defensive ends for Kirkwood have had themselves a strong game tonight. Number 8, Dylan Adams, 2 stops so far.
This one is sailed deep and over the head of Deshaun Anderson.
PI call there.
He was looking for a call, but he could not get it. That was an overthrown ball, and it will now be 3rd down. See if the Pioneers come up strong 3rd down here. Once again, they will look to the sideline. Quarterback Jack Albrand.
Marquette's been indecisive with play calling so far this game. They've changed up plenty of plays from run to pass.
Drops back to pass here. He's got some daylight up the middle. He'll scramble, and he has got the first down. He's got more. He's running. He's at the 50, and he is brought down at the 48-yard line. That was a massive scramble by Marquette's quarterback, Jack Albrand, on 3rd down there. And not only will he get the first down, but he'll get some change with it.
Indeed. It's interesting. We're seeing a lot of quarterback runs right now, but obviously with Tua Tagovailoa's injury in the news,
There you
we'll
go.
see if high schoolers are getting as much run time as their quarterbacks. Their safety's called the question. I know
Check.
we're supposed to be focused on
That last play, that huge run, will be coming back. It is a holding call a huge break for the Pioneers there. That might explain why he had so much running room. And they will repeat third down, but from a little bit back. 3rd and 17. You got to think if the Pioneers stop them here, they're not going for it on 4th down inside their own 20.
Be suicide for the Marquette Mustangs.
Although that's what I said about going for it on 4th and 22, and look what happened there.
You're right, but they were deep in Kirkwood zone here, and I don't know if they'll do it.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so.
Alren sends his running back out. Empty backfield. He'll snap it from the gun, drops back to pass. He sends all his receivers deep. He steps up, throws, and that one is caught in the middle, and he is wrapped up before he can get the first down. Got to feel they were playing for a more favorable punting position there.
Number 32, Safari Stables again with the stop. Kirkwood's defensive ends have had themselves a strong game so far. That's 2 tackles for Stables, and we keep talking about it, but Delvon Adams with a stop in the last play. That's up to 2 tackles and a sack for him this game. Kirkwood's defense looks a lot sharper than we've seen before.
Definitely. I think they're showing a lot of growth this year. Now the Marquette punt unit will be on for the first time in this game. Snap's good. He punts this one downfield, and that will be caught at... Oh, no, it's muffed. Cameron Richardson is able to pick it up, though, and he's able to turn it into a pretty good return of about 15 yards. The ball went through his hands, bounced off the ground, and he recovered very well. Check, that was Tyler Macon.
Tyler Macon with the carry that he covered nicely and got himself a nice 15-yard gain. Kirkwood will be in good position for the second time this game at the 40-yard line. We'll see if they can convert. Obviously, the big topic of discussion.
Don't, I always say just keep the camera in one place.
Obviously, the big topic of discussion.
Oh, no, it's in the back out too, shit.
Is whether or not Kirkwood's running game will be the focus of Marquette's defense tonight, or whether or not they're going to revert to the passing game. Here's the snap. Sends his running back out. There's Dion on the right. There's the handoff.
Omar's going to keep it on the option. And, he's got some space here, and he's broken along the sideline. He will get the first down and a little bit more. Strong play. That's the second time they've ran that option, and it has worked out for the Pioneers both times. The quarterbacks really being the dominant athletic running forces of this game so far, which was unexpected considering how strong both teams' running backs are.
Indeed, Jack Allred has run for at least 20 yards so far, and
Hawkins has done about double that.
Exactly.
Hawkins snaps it, fakes the pitch. He's going to roll to his right here, looking for receivers downfield. He's pressured, and he slips up a little bit, and he's escaped again. Doing his best Houdini impression. He is stripped, and that is a recovery by Marquette. Hopkins had to have spent at least 12 seconds in the backfield there. He had nowhere to throw. He was trying to create a play, and he was strip sacked. Marquette will have the ball midfield.
Indeed. Just an unfortunate play. Omar Hopkins looked very strong there in the backfield, though. He was fighting for himself, had a phenomenal juke, got blockers, but was unable to pass the ball on. It seemed like he was motioning to Deion Brown to go downfield, but Marquette comes away with the ball after an unfortunate there.
Strong coverage by the Mustangs. Hopkins doing his best Houdini impression on that play, but he just ran out of time. Marquette will have the ball now. Empty backfield once again from the gun. Allred drops back to pass. He's going to move to his right a little bit. He's going to rifle this one downfield, and that goes nowhere. It is incomplete, and it will be 2nd down and 10.
Number 22, Will Phillip with a block there. Absolute spike. It looks like he's limping coming off the field here. We'll see if the defensive line gets themselves some substitution.
I don't want to see that.
I was just saying you could talk. Send the receiver out.
Drops back to pass, and this is going to be a designed QB run. Allred's going to get about 3 yards there, but it doesn't really turn into much, and it'll be a 3rd down and 7 here.
That's number 32, Jafari Staples with another tackle. And he's got 3 tackles on the game so far. Kirkwood's defensive ends.
There's going to be a holding call on Marquette here, and that play is coming back.
What looked to be a strong quarterback run is again helped by the illegal defensive tactics, I guess you could say.
A lot of holding this game. So instead of the 2nd down and 7, it is now going to look like a 3rd down and 7. It's going to be a 2nd down and 20.
That's going to be a brutal call. It's the 4th penalty on Marquette so far this game. That's 4 penalties for 40 yards. Absolutely brutal for Marquette.
Let's see if Kirkwood can capitalize on their fortunes with these penalties. Press coverage here. Alright, once again looks to the sideline.
15 seconds left in the corner. It will be a question of whether or not they're going to.
This should be the last play before the first frame is over. Alran drops back to pass. He's looking, he scrambles, he cuts up the middle again, and oh, he's brought down just barely there. He'll get back to the 43-yard line, and that will be the end of the quarter.
Number 11, Cameron Richardson, can stop there.
Good stop. It'll be 7 Marquette and 7 Kirkwood here at the end of the first frame, and they will switch sides.
Thank you all for joining us on this Fun Friday Agent. Once again, reminding you who this is. This is the Kirkwood Call, and we are reporting on tonight's football game between the Kirkwood Pioneers and Marquette Mustangs. Score 7-7 at the end of the first frame.
There we go.
Oh,
we're chilling. I mean, this is great. It's a beautiful night for football. This is a fantastic matchup, and I'm looking forward to see the final 3 quarters of this game.
I am too. Certainly interesting, obviously, that we've got a difficult situation here, though, for the Pioneers. They're having to choose between this run and pass game, and Marquette seems to be figuring it out. Obviously, a misfortune on that last play, but looked like a strong drive from Kirkwood, stripped away as quarterback Omar Hopkins dropped back and was in the backfield for almost 12 seconds before he had a passing option, and obviously wasn't able to complete it. But Marquette's defensive rush has looked strong, but Kirkwood's offensive line has managed to hold it off so far. So the question of this game is going to be, can the lines hold? It seems like a battle not of skill, but of more of attrition, if you know what I'm saying there.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, there was that impressive touchdown pass from Omar Hopkins to Larry Robinson, but even with that successful passing, you do want to see Dion Brown get involved in this game a little bit more. You do want to see Kirkwood establish the run. I think that is what they're going to try to do if they get back here on offense.
Completely agree. They've got 12 minutes here in the second quarter to get themselves back on the ball. 3rd down and what looks like 11 for Marquette here.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Kirkwood needs a big stop.
Albrand takes the snap. He's going to look, and oh, they got to the backfield, and oh, he escapes. He escapes, and he's cut upfield, and he's got some room to run. And he is going to dive for it, and I think he's got the first down. We will wait for the spot.
And the refs are waving forward. Looks like the chains are going to move. First down.
Albrand looked dead to rights there. There was 3 Pioneers in the backfield with him, and he somehow escaped and was able to run upfield for 12 yards. Another brutal play on 3rd or 4th down for the Pioneers defense.
Keon Johnson looked like he had Albrand dead to rights there, but it seems like Kirkwood couldn't have done it. Stop.
See on 1st down what they do here, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And oh, he's got some room here, and he is brought down. Tripped up there, and he will land out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Kirkwood's doing a good job of forcing the Mustangs to the sidelines here. Obviously, the midfield doesn't know very much, but it's a question of whether or not the defensive line can make that wedge and push them off to the sides. So Albrand has come away with 2 runs so far, 3 big runs so far, to my knowledge, that have happened because of laps and the defensive line coverage stuff. It's going to be, again, battle of the lines here.
Definitely. All of that stuff happens in the trenches, and we'll see who can win that battle. Handoff up the middle here, and he's decked. Oh, brought down by a coalition of Pioneer defensemen there. He'll gain about 3 yards and no more.
We have a chat.
No, we turn chat off.
Third and 3 for the Marquette Mustangs.
Yes, we'll see what they can do here. Oh, Pioneers are going to send a lot of people, and he's going to run up the middle, and he's not going to get anywhere. I think he's going to be short of the first down there. They didn't need much, and he got even less. Again, quarterback runs have been a theme so far of this game. And Kirkwood did a good job stopping him there, but I think they are going to move the chains. They're going to say it was enough. That's a tough break for the Pioneers. They did a good job stopping him.
Obviously, the defensive coordinator for the Pioneers, you must be angry right now, but brutal false start by number 53. That's going to be Jameer Williams. That 5-yard penalty for the Pioneers. Maybe halfway to the chains for Marquette.
Yeah, that one didn't look pretty. That was an encroachment penalty. And, you know, Kirkwood is still winning the penalty battle, but that's one you really don't want to take after your opponent just got a first down. Algren hands it off up the middle here, and he is swallowed up there. Running back was able to get nowhere. Again, Kirkwood's done a pretty good job containing these interior runs, at least from the running back. It's really only when the play extends beyond 5 seconds and things start to break down, and then they're able to escape and make big plays.
Obviously, consistency is a big issue for Kirkwood. It's a big issue for any high school football team. We hope that Kirkwood brings it together here. Marquette is driving down this field.
All right, here we'll see what they do here on second down. Send a man in motion. Snap, fake handoff, play action, drops back. They've got some pressure. He's going to rifle this one to the sideline, and it is incomplete. There was good pressure there. Looking for the open option on the sideline. It was not there.
Number 14, Tyreek Bond, is scrambling to get back to that line so his quarterback can have an open man. But obviously, for the quarterback, they just trying to drop that ball away.
Didn't really go anywhere. When Jack Olibrand is actually forced to, throw the football, the Pioneers have done a decent job of containing that. It's only when he uses his legs and starts to run it that they have some trouble.
It's certainly running option.
There's going to be another flag.
Again, on Kirkwood, number 57, Alex Ludwig. Oh, you hate to see that.
That was a tough play. It was third down and short, and that encroachment penalty by Ludbrook is going to set him just past the first down marker, and Marquette will get a fresh set of downs here, punching into the Kirkwood red zone.
They're on Kirkwood's 20, and Marquette has been dangerous so far from the zone. Obviously, Kirkwood's going with a couple big stops, but it's a question of whether or not they can shut down Auburn in his legs.
See if they can take the positives from that last drive, except for the touchdown part. Olibrand drops back. Looking, thrown, and that play is slid and caught by Deshaun Anderson there on the sideline. These short passes are, it's kind of death by 1,000 cuts. They're kind of matriculating their way down the field here. We'll see if the Pioneers can put a stop to it.
Kirkwood's taking yet another penalty here, and it's going to be what costs them. They were doing good. They were stopping the run game. Now these short passes, they're just going to chip away.
Definitely. See what they do here. Handoff up the middle, and they've got guys on him immediately. The offensive line for Marquette collapsed there almost the second the snap happened, and it'll be a good stop for Kirkwood. They will force third down. Should be third and about 6.
Number 8, Delvin Adams, with his 4th tackle of the game. Kirkwood's defensive line has had some phenomenal stops so far, particularly phenomenal stops. That's our audio.
I haven't checked in a while.
All right, wait. When this play happens, I'm going back.
11 seconds on the clock. Look at the sideline again.
Yeah, there you go. It's, always want to check your game plan. He's going to drop back. He's looking to the left. He's got a man open. He's going to sail this one to the end zone, and it is, just dropped. All right. Pioneers caught a bit of a break there. It was some solid defense, though, by number 9, Tyler Macon. Good break up there.
We'll take a pause in the sense play for the 10 minutes break. We fix up later for it.
Do you want me to check your audio?
I'll take this time
here.
to
You just run.
identify ourselves.
Obviously get this back to me.
Thank you very much.
Covering tonight's matchup between the Kirkwood Pioneers and Marquette Mustangs. 7-7 here in the second frame. 12 seconds in the shot clock.
Pioneers getting loud here on 4th down. Halloran is pressured, and he has no one. He's going to throw this ball away on 4th down to avoid the sack. That was an excellent play by the Pioneers, and Marquette will turn the ball over on downs.
Obviously, as a Kirkwood player, and obviously got to give intentional grounding there, but just no one open for Jack Albert. push him off the sidelines. That Pioneers defensive line and their safeties have done a phenomenal job of cutting off this passing game for the Marquette Mustangs.
Yeah, obviously Oliver is crafty, and the Pioneers have made an adjustment, and they've done a good job. At least that drive of forcing them to the sidelines. They either throw it or get sacked. Pioneers take over an offense here. See if we can establish the run a little bit.
Deion Brown to the right of quarterback on offense.
It's going to be a run up the middle here, and that won't get much. It might be a yard or two. Kirkwood obviously trying to establish the run here. That was Tyler Macon on the carry, and now Omar Hopkins is sitting here on a 2nd and 8 with an empty backfield. 5 wide receivers.
This is going to be an interesting play here.
Ooh, this is
number 7 actually. Great and wise. Oh,
Pioneers have made a change at quarterback, and that pass is incomplete. There wasn't really anyone open. The Marquette Mustangs had some real good pressure on that play, and they will force a 3rd down and 8. Pioneers backed up to their own end zone a little bit here.
Where is Omar Hopkins? You see him on the sideline, linebacker? Oh, it's a shoulder. Oh, he's holding his shoulder on the sideline. Oh boy.
Might have got roughed up on that last play. We didn't see that before.
Oh, it was flat on the field.
I don't.
Call this.
Yeah, this is quarterback Creighton Wise in here now. We're not sure how long Hopkins will be standing on the sideline, but Creighton Wise has been an active part of this offense this year, and we think he'll do well.
Oh man, a brutal holding call on Kirkwood. We don't know who did the infraction, but obviously you don't want that as Kirkwood seemed to be driving, and you're gonna have to rely on that running offense now that you've got number 7 Creighton.
Yeah, this is a seemingly untenable situation. Creighton's going to keep it, and he's broken through a little bit, but he's only going to gain a couple. That was a 2nd and 21. Pioneers playing the field position game here a little bit, trying not to get backed up all the way to their own end zone. It'd be a 3rd down and 15, a much more favorable place on the field than they were a couple seconds ago.
Indeed, Creighton Wise with a good carry there. Obviously, not what you expected. We expected him to go to Deion Brown here, but I wonder how this change of quarterback is going to affect their run-pass game.
This ball is handed off to Deion, and he's going to the outside. He's got some room, and he is brought down. That
looks like that'll be 4th down for the Pioneers.
Yeah.
They're going to like to punt.
Pioneers will be forced to punt here as the special teams unit trots onto the field. Penalties are obviously a killer, but I didn't really see much going on that drive for Kirkwood. And obviously some of that is probably Omar Hopkins standing on the sideline due to a unknown reason. We're thinking injury so far.
Eventually we'll find out what that is, but for the moment we're thinking shoulder injury as he's on the sideline holding his shoulder. Hopefully he's back in the game soon as he's a very important part of this offense.
It's not our job to speculate, but it is our job to tell you how we're doing, and that was a very good punt. That'll get to the 50 and bounce. A very fortuitous bounce for the Pioneers. Punt from inside their own 20, and that one is going to get to the Marquette 39. That was an excellent punt play. What?
Is your dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I not supposed to speculate?
No, that was just a joke. It's fine. You can speculate. Okay, make the camera in the middle of the field again. There you go. Oh, yeah. No, you're good.
All right, Marquette's going to get it from the 42, and let's see how Kirkwood's defensive line is. They've got 4 on the line here. 4 in the backfield.
Once again, man sent in motion. Be a handoff up the middle, and once again, Marquette opening a drive with a handoff up the middle from the gun. Doesn't get much.
Seemed like the ball was loose there. There was a huge frenzy getting into the pile. If someone shooting off, I'm not sure if that counts as a ball, but
Pretty sure it doesn't.
yeah, well,
I didn't read that in the rule book.
it's fun to believe, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Kirkwood scrambled to that, so possible there's a ball down, but Marquette comes over.
Marquette kind of been telegraphing their offense a little bit. Drop back to pass. He's looking, he fires, and this one is broken up near the sideline by the 50-yard line.
Number 1, James Sloan with the stop there. He's had
Excellent game for him so far.
Excellent game. That's 2 broken passes from Davis on so far. He's had himself quite a game. He's had himself a couple of receptions on offense, and he's filling in well on defense.
Interesting dynamic. Both offense in this game very dependent on play action, but neither have really been able to get the run game established. So we're going to see how that kind of affects things come out of halftime. There's 5:10 remaining in the second.
Of course. Obviously, I can't find 1 second. One second. Obviously, Kirkwood's passing game has looked better so far as Marquette seems to have relied on the run game. Oh, look at another
And
flag.
there's more yellow laundry on the field. Let's see who this one goes on. A lot more penalties this game than there have been in weeks previous on both sides.
The refs are a little sensitive today.
Ooh, I don't know about that, but there's a good bit of infractions. We'll see. See what the call is. And that one will be on Marquette.
Line judges, when his arms, is there no penalty on the field?
They're going to have a zebra huddle.
Clock's been ticking. 5:03 left in this second quarter for the Pioneers.
And they have indicated no penalty on the play. Penalties declined by the Pioneers. They will take the 4th down.
Seems that way.
4th and 3 here with 5:03
Here comes the
remaining.
punt team.
Marquette will elect a punt. Interesting play calling, obviously. I mean, they're not too far away from midfield here. 4th and 3, I mean,
It's interesting to me.
got to be a confidence booster in Kirkwood's defense.
For sure. Marquette has had some inconsistent play call in this game, and if you're an offensive coordinator, you're thinking, am I telegraphing these plays too hard? Because you've been able to predict a lot of their offensive maneuvers up here from the booth. And I haven't played football since.
Yeah, we're stupid, so like what?
Yeah, I was gonna say, our combined intelligence is less than a monkey. So.
Here you go. That ball is booted out there and around the 40-yard line. The Pioneers offense will take over. 4:42 remaining before halftime. That is plenty of time to generate a drive and score. Pioneers with all 3 of their timeouts as well. A little bit too early to be playing the clock game here before halftime.
I completely agree. I think that Kirkwood's going to get aggressive here. Deion Brown on the field here.
Creighton Wise, he's trotting back on the field. Hopkins still on the sideline.
Yeah, we're worried about that.
We'll see if Wise can command a drive here with more favorable field position. He'll send his receivers out.
Yes, I'm worried about he's not to the outside.
Snap to Wise. Hand off to Deion Brown. He's looking for room, and he's going to get a good chunk of yards there. That'll be about 5.
Good 6-yard gain there. I'm going to argue with you there. I like to put a number line game.
There you go.
Looks like a 6-yard gain there. Yep, 6-yard gain there for Deion Brown. He's obviously been the star of Kirkwood's offense for these past few years. It's a question of whether or not he can get the ball moving. If that yardage helps them win.
Yeah, definitely. That was the most solid run Deion's had in a couple drives now. See if that continues here. And the ball gets to Wise, but the whistle is blown immediately. It looks like there's some flags here. See who it's on. And they've indicated it is on the Pioneers. It'll be a false start penalty. And that run by Deion will be undone almost exactly to the yard.
Kirkwood's taken about 25 yards in penalties these past 10 minutes.
And all of them have been 5-yard infractions.
Yeah, if you're Jeremy Allen right now, you're pretty angry at your team for
This is pretty typical of last year, but the trend seemed to be corrected this year. Their team has been far more disciplined, and now they're getting into some bad habits, some old bad habits. Wise drops back to pass. He throws this one in the middle. That is to no one and is an incomplete pass, and it'll bring on 3rd down and 9.
Down, looks shaking up on the play. He's into the sideline, pulling his leg up. Obviously, it's just speculation for me here, but Kirkwood's quarterbacks have taken a beating so far. It seems like every play that they've gotten roughed up, the defensive line is punished for it.
Solid defense by Marquette. The Kirkwood's O-line been a little shaky. They've held up when they've had to, but it's been a little brutal. We'll see now. Brown sent out the left side. Wise with the snap. He's going to run up the middle here. He is wrapped up, but not before that pass to Larry Robinson, and that is a 1st down.
Larry Robinson with the 2nd catch of the game. That's going to be a huge game for the Pioneers. Obviously, the big momentum booster in there. They're the 40 and they're driving.
First complete pass from new quarterback Creighton Wise, and he did that one under a lot of pressure. And there are no flag here.
Creighton Wise has been an integral part of this offense this season, but we've seen Omar Hopkins use one in this game.
Here we go. Wise with a snap. It'll be a handoff to Brown. He's looking for space, and he's got none. He is brought down in the backfield. He ran into a brick wall on that play, and this is looking to be a 2nd and 13.
Obviously, we've been talking about that run versus pass game. It seems like Marquette's got Kirkwood's run game figured out. Not sure if you've been watching the film, but that reliance on Deion Brown is coming back to bite Kirkwood here. Is that pass option their best option right now?
I think so. I mean, Brown is it's not his fault there, obviously. He's just not been able to get onto the outside all game. 2:49 left in the half here. Wise with the snap. He'll drop back to pass, and he is pressured immediately. He's wrapped up, but he's able to escape. He's running, fires the pass, and that one is caught. Oh, no, it is dropped.
Number 9,
Tyler Macon.
Fingers. He's going to beat himself up over that one.
It's now a 3rd and 14, but Pioneers are extremely lucky that is not a 3rd and 25. Wise was wrapped up in the backfield. He was able to escape and get the pass off. A very impressive play, but it will go for no yards.
That's completely possible that Hopkins is on the sideline because they're relying on Wise and the speedy legs of his because he got out of that quick.
There you go. Yes. Pioneers trying to pick up 14 here. Or maybe just pick up 10. This is looking like it might be 4-down territory with 2:38 left in the half.
If you're the offensive coordinator, do you rely on the new leg of Miles Gruber to kick your first field goals?
It's been a low score in half, so obviously you want to take points when you can get it. But I think if you can pick up a good chunk of yards here, this is going to be the time to go for it. Yes, Kirkwood is taking time out.
We're going to take this time out again to identify ourselves. What did I play? Owen Backer.
Hi.
And I'm Mason Hunt with the Colin Cotton Table. We got reporters from the Kirkwood Call. You should go visit our website, thekirkwoodcall.com.
Yo, you are plugging so hard. That is fantastic.
Yeah,
we're on the grind.
Here. New content. We just interviewed Governor Mike Parson yesterday. Go read that article.
Okay, this man is like grinding hard. All right then. You got the promotions ready.
I do. Kirkwood's setting back up here on this 3rd and 13. Difficult drive for the Pioneers so far. They've been stifled in the run game. Obviously, drop pass is not helping them at all. But their offensive line has faded.
Empty gun here. Man sent in motion, and he's back. Wise drops back to pass. He's pressured immediately. It's a screen pass, and that one is caught. That is caught by tight end number 80, Nathan Maxim. And that'll be a big gain for the Pioneers. They've been less reliant on the screen this game, but that was the first use of it, and it got him a big chunk of yards there. It's now 4th and 2.
Maxim goes off the field, and number 44, Ethan Yelva, comes in for that tight end position. Kirkwood's been using a switch up of tight ends this game, and we've seen Maxon and Yelvick both take targets. But obviously, you want to target that tight end in the passing game if you need some yardage. 4th
down and 2. Obviously, wondering if you're going to hand the ball off. Your run game hasn't been too successful, but it looks like that's what they're going to do. Direct snap, Brown. He's going to run up the middle, and he's got the 1st down and a little bit more. That was a direct snap play. 8 guys on the line, and he was able to push forward.
Perfect grittiness by Deion Brown. That's his biggest carry so far, with like a 13-yard.
And they'll go no-huddle offense. They'll be in the same formation once again. The direct snap once more. They'll run the same play, and he's able to fight for even more yards. A little bit less that time, but still successful.
Obviously, with 1:30 on the clock, they're trying to run this down and leave the half with the score. Kirkwood looks strong in this drive now. It seems like Deion has woken up.
Remember that the Pioneers will kick the ball off to start the second half. Marquette kicked off to open it, and that was that onside kick that they recovered. So Kirkwood definitely wants to go into halftime with the momentum and with the score.
Completely agree. Same formation again. Ooh,
they will
false
come.
Start.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a false.
That's
start.
gonna be an illegal motion.
I'm not entirely sure.
We're gonna see what the refs say here.
Yeah, it's all.
The entire line stood up and moved like they were going to a birthday party. Macklin looks perplexed.
I think they the Kirkwood Band's mattress sale. I'm sure they did something.
Absolutely, those signs are everywhere. And that will be a
there it is
penalty
on Marquette Mustangs.
on Marquette.
This is a huge break for the Pioneers. They're going to have to capitalize on this. Obviously, you want to walk away with 7 points here, but with a minute left in this quarter, I think you take any points you get, don't you, going back?
I think so. Obviously, ideally, you're going to score a touchdown here and run the clock out in the process. I still think if you're the Pioneers, you're facing a 4th down. Maybe it's 4th down and 6. You go for it. You go for the dagger in the heart, and you try to score a touchdown before the half is over.
Someone's taking AP Lane. Perfect imagery there, Mr.
Okay. I did that last year.
Yeah, they're hanging around here. The clock hasn't started yet.
Once again, 8 guys on the line and 2 running backs in the backfield. I mean, if it works, it works.
I agree. Kirkwood's play calling has not been nearly as indecisive as Marquette has.
Yeah.
Marquette has looked to the sideline with 10 seconds on the play clock almost 5 times now. But Kirkwood seems pretty confident in all their plays, and I wonder if that's helping them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've picked a plan and then they've gone with it, and then you have to pivot and adjust, but the Pioneer players don't seem to have a problem with it.
Student section on their feet here for this last minute.
I see kickers preparing to warm up on the sideline just in case this does end in a field goal try for the Pioneers.
I look like Miles Kruger warming up again. We've been talking about this Jen Holiday and Miles Kruger fighting for that kicker spot. Obviously, they've got a soft spot for Jed since he's a junior, but
It's the most hyped kicking battle in the history of the world.
I agree. It's at the top of high school for past couple weeks.
Every single conversation in the high school is just talking about this kicking battle and nothing else.
It's Miles Kruger and Jen Holiday. Everyone's got T-shirts. I wish.
People are picking sides here. Once again, 59.8 left.
Have I not been paying attention?
No timeouts have expired. We're not exactly sure for the pause of play. There's not been a mandatory water break timeout, and no timeouts have been used.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on right now. We're in the huddle here. I'm so very confused, Mr. Patrick. What do you think's going on?
Well, I'm not too sure here, but you know what? We're going to get some football eventually, so let's just gear up and get ready.
Eventually, I've been waiting here. I've turned 80 since they.
There you go.
All this time.
Pioneers a lot of time to game plan here. Both sides a lot of time to rest. They're going to be bringing their best stuff. This is going to be a brutal fight for the touchdown here.
Number 44, Ethan Young, tight end on the field. We're going to see if he gets targeted. He had a phenomenal 20-yard carry last game. Put his head down, get some physical contact in that game. Obviously, he was playing the tight end role. We'll see if he gets targeted again here.
59.8 seconds left in the half here. Pioneers still 2 timeouts. They have freedom to run the ball. They will come back in that same formation, and they will jumble up the formation again.
Marquette's moving.
A lot of guys on the left side of that line. And this is going to be direct snap to Brown. He's got the blockers in front. He's running to the outside, and he is brought down. It's going to be a gain of a couple, and I don't think he got out of bounds.
It did not look like he got out of bounds. They're going to no-huddle this offense here. 35 seconds on the play clock.
They're going to
Think they're going to go for it?
Looks to be some confusion on the sideline. I would say use a timeout here.
Looks like Macklin made a T with his hand, but I'm confused with what they're doing here.
This is just a theory here, but I have not seen this offensive package from the Kirkwood Pioneers all year this year, or even last year. This might be some new material here with the 8 guys on the line and 2 running backs in the backfield.
And there's a timeout from Kirkwood.
There we go. We'll see if there's some sort of play clock correction, but right now it says 20.7 seconds left before halftime.
20.7 seconds left, and obviously as the offensive coordinator for Kirkwood, you're wondering, do I send my running back out to get to the end zone, get to the out of bounds line, or do I send my kicker out here to get the points with 20 seconds left in this first half? Those points will give you huge momentum, and giving the ball to Marquette at the half, it wouldn't matter anyway. You just need to score it here. Don't you agree?
I agree. I would say 2nd and 6 here, not 2nd and goal. We're going to see if they can maybe do some play action, maybe pass the ball a little bit, and no quarterback will trot out. It's going to be the same formation, 2 running backs in the backfield, no QB, 8 guys on the line.
Marquette is scrambling to get to the line here.
Kirkwood has picked for this formation, and they are going with it. It's been successful so far. We'll see what they can do here.
What?
Play clock has not started.
I'm afraid of it. It's my fault, though.
Brown with the snap, and he'll dive into the pile, and I don't think he'll get much out of that one. It'll be 3rd down. 14 seconds left. The clock is running. Kirkwood has 1 timeout, and they will use it.
I'm going to go to the bathroom, buddy. This is my fault. I'll be back in approximately 1 minute. I'll do the halftime show.
Alex Brand, snap.
Homie did not tell me to turn off the mic before saying that. I was quick about it though. But like, man just said that into the mic. $11.7 here to go in the half. Third down, 4 yards to the end zone. Kirkwood has used all of their timeouts. We'll see what they do here. You have time to probably go to a shot to the end zone on a pass, and if it's incomplete, you go for the field goal here, but you cannot get sacked, and you cannot run the ball and stay in bounds here and let that clock expire. That'll be a huge missed opportunity for the Pioneers. Creighton Wise will trot back on the field here after being absent for the second half of this drive. Pioneers have Deion Brown in the backfield, receiver on the far right, receiver on the far left. Wise with the snap, he's going to throw to the end zone. This one's lobbed up, and it is over the head of wide receiver number 17, Larry Robinson. That was a safe play. Fourth down now, and the Pioneers special teams unit will come out, and they will try to convert a field goal that's to the distance of an extra point. Newly minted Pioneers kicker Miles Kruger will come out here. He has not missed from this distance yet. We'll see if he can bang this one through, and the Pioneers get a lead before halftime. High snap, booted through, and that one is good. And the Pioneers will take a 10-7 lead here. 4.4 left before the half. You imagine that they'll squib kick this one, and we'll go into halftime. Worst case scenario for the Pioneers, obviously, would be giving up some sort of disastrous special teams play. I think they know that, and I think they'll be prepared and squib this one. But an overall solid drive from the Pioneers. They brought out some formations that we hadn't seen before. I can't imagine those were on film, and that might be why they were so successful. They were able to establish the running game, and Kirkwood overall has some momentum going into halftime. You move this, I don't know why. Now that Liv came in here and fixed that, it's not going to fall over anymore, so we could use it to follow the play. But Miles Kruger set to kick the ball off here, and knocks this one downfield. That one will bounce, and that'll go out of bounds. That will be a penalty. My mic's off white. What? My mic's off white.
Flag on play.
Yeah, the flag is for kicking out of bounds.
0.4 seconds left in the half. I'm back.
Kruger kicked that one out of bounds on the kickoff, so that will be a penalty. Marquette will start this drive on the 40-yard line. They have 4.4 seconds left. I mean, they are in position to make some kind of play here, or at least take a shot at it.
Indeed they are. Kruger kicking that ball out of bounds. Do you think that opens the door for Holiday to get back in on the kickoff team?
You are all about this controversy, and I love it. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see if it becomes a repeated thing.
I would call it a controversy, but I do want to see whether or not
Marquette will choose to kneel the ball down. They are going to go with the coward's move and not throw it deep. That'll bring it to halftime. Your Kirkwood Pioneers 10 and the Marquette Mustangs 7.
All right, I think that Mr. Backer's going to depart for halftime.
Okay, I feel like halftime we just need to chill. Or what do you plan on doing?
I'm just going to discuss the game real quick for 10 seconds and then turn it off.
See, okay, that's fine. Because I will say it's we don't want to discuss the game too much because we're hey, that stuff can fill the air when the actual game resumes.
Sure.
Yeah, but whatever. We're chilling.
Wait, what's happening?
Band stuff? Wait,
You're gonna go do your thing.
Let me confirm myself.
Can I have your mic for a second so I can do mine?
Oh, no, I'm just literally gonna sit here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just chilling.
Who got a sweatshirt?
Wait, what do you want? I don't know what's happening this one. What is happening?
Wait, what about lunch? Isn't that fair?
Yeah, he's just doing them. I don't know what he's
How are
doing.
you
He's
going
winging
to
it.
I'm Mason Harper.
It's called. Yeah.
We've been broadcasting this game to you from Wise
Yeah,
Memorial
he's
Stadium.
winning it.
And it's been a thriller. Marquette Mustangs 7, Kirkwood Pioneers 10. And it's been a great defensive battle so far. Kirkwood's defensive line has looked much stronger than they have in any game so far. Obviously, this was the game. You know what my favorite thing is when my friends love to barge into the broadcast. Anyway, obviously, Kirkwood's defensive line is incredibly strong in this game compared to the last couple of games. A lot of sacks. We've seen a change of quarterback, though. Omar Hopkins has swapped out for number 7, Quick Wise. And we've got ourselves quite the game here. Kirkwood's offensive line has looked strong, obviously not strong as you like, because the running game hasn't been as strong as we expected. Kirkwood's passing game has been the story of this, as well as number 2 Jack Albrecht for the Marquette Mustangs has been running his legs off this game. Hasn't been able to target the receivers, and the offensive coordinator seems to be a little shaky with their play calling. And as they look over the sideline with 10 seconds left on the play clock, at least 10 times in that first half. Obviously, I can't speculate too much on it because I don't play football, but from what I've seen so far, we've had some mistakes play calling from Marquette.
Bro, your mic is still quiet.
Is that actually quiet?
You can hear it. We can.
It's off.
Now Dribble Field for tonight's halftime performance. The Kirkwood High School Minor Choir Marching Band. The Minor Choir is under the direction of Rebecca Reese, Matthew Benning, Eric Kristofsky, Taylor Gardner, Jeff Hayworth, and Allison Smith. The Minor Choir Band is under the field command of drum intern Tim Baseball. The Alligators.
Members of our audience need to hear us.
How's it going?
It's going well.
What's happening? How is everybody?
Everybody good? Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you.
It's good. Now, what are you guys doing? Are you guys broadcasting for?
Indeed.
I didn't know if they started, they've kind of done it, not done it, done it, not done it. So
It was straight back this year. Yeah, they just need someone who wants to do it. I was like, I'll do it.
Yeah, no, right. It's time, and it's time. And it's a lot of time. Hey, but I thought I'd come by and say.
Perfect. Hey,
Hey.
you just have the shot. You just have the shot. Can we just look at the shot? Okay, let's get the shot. How do you disconnect it? What? How do you disconnect the shot? I want to hold it on. This one. See, it's actually you guys can hear us in the actually. So, try to disconnect the shot. I might use the text right here. They have to make it. We can turn the camera off real quick. No. Oh. This is a really scuff screen, guys. We're trying our best here, though. It's our first time. Yeah, it's our first time streaming. We're currently called staffers, so.
Yeah, not caged.
Not caged. Yeah, not caged. We're not caged.
Cage TV is very professional and amazing. This is caged TV.
Sorry. Yeah. This is like not my first way. Oh well. What's your mic on? I can really barely hear it. Yeah. Just finish the shot. Oh, and we got rid of the shot here. We got rid of the shot. I don't know what that does. It gets rid of the knock. This is stressful. Close the door.
Oh yeah, wait, we can do that now. Never mind.
How do you turn this mic on?
I think just. Okay, here's what we can do.
Hey,
Wait, real quick. Wait. Here's what we can do. We can trade microphones, and then if I'm still quiet, we can trade microphones, and if you're still quiet, then you're just not holding close enough and you're not talking loud enough. If I'm quiet, it's a mic issue. Is it off? Are you off? Yeah, we're off. What's up?
What are they trying to make?
I don't know. It's supposed to be a K. I think it's a K, but you're looking at it from the wrong way.
It's KHS.
Yeah. Oh, that's what the bro. Hey, the microphones are so
Hopefully they can hear us. You haven't said anything to us just yet. That's a one of my Castellanos thing, deep on field.
Oh my Castellanos.
Castellanos hit home runs at that time.
Do you have any sports calls that are so great that you've memorized it line for line? beat for
Yes.
beat? All right, what are your favorite sports calls you've memorized?
Alright, you ready?
Wait, let's.
Don't actually look it up though.
No, I'm reading text.
No, I'm saying, is it about the broadcast?
Oh no, it's just about my fault.
My bad. I looked this up.
Yo,
Here's my.
KHTV Instagram. Luke took that. Trade. Okay. Are we confident that that we're not doing anything? Yeah. All right. I'm still gonna talk real quiet, but what's a sports call that you were just like?
Oh,
A little quieter, but
okay, ready?
Yeah.
Stopping to the outside, McClure goes through, and through goes Hamilton. Shh, it's absolutely incredible.
All right. I got it. You know the Patrick step on this play. And it'll be one last gasp here for the Oilers. Fan don't pass, Steppen steals, and he lights it. Oh, at least he thought he was going to get it until he blew it. That's unbelievable. Here come the Oilers the other way, and Hemsky's loose. Hemsky, he scores.
Oh,
Do
I
you
love that.
believe what we just saw? That's the most ridiculous play I've ever seen. Patrick Steppen, you should be embarrassed for what you just did. That does not belong in the National Hockey League. Then Alex Hemsky makes a remarkable move, and he sends this game to overtime.
Is that the Stars Oilers where you steal through them?
Yeah.
That's so good. Alright, that's my check.
Oh wait, is he gonna give us the? Oh, we're doing this like during.
We are checking our mics right now. We've got a wonderful.
We're having a great time. This is a great halftime performance, and yeah, overall pretty fire. What are you doing? You don't. Stop doing that. Like genuinely, stop doing that.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Alex, they don't want to see our events. They want to see the halftime show.
Yeah. Also, like people who are adults, let's just fix the keep the camera in fixed position.
Sorry,
Not reaching. No. Well, it's not that. It's just like I'm stressed. We're gonna break the camera. And oh Jesus Christ, the microphones are so tangled. This is gonna take me 8 years to undo.
do you need help?
No, after the game.
Where's the
Wait, wasn't this? Have they been on the same halftime show every time? Have they done the same halftime show every time? Boy, my voice is starting to go.
Check
Hold
it.
on.
Check it out here. This is what
They'll figure it out. It's fine.
There's
Okay.
they're literally saying that their show. Here's the cage. There's the cage.
Okay, I feel like before this, I took a bunch of cough drops because I was like Kirkwood cough, and now it wore off, and I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna do it. So I'm so paranoid about my exam.
Literally, we can hear you guys when you're not talking about hockey is on. We can still hear you.
I thought you said that fixed it.
I heard you talking about hockey.
I thought you said that fixed it.
What?
I thought you said you took off the thing that fixed it.
Yeah, but I think this.
The problem was that I know, but
No. When you had
This is really the
when you were
charge.
like obviously off doing whatever, I could hear all of that. And it was so.
yeah. Well, no. So here's one of my questions. So like, the door was closed, so it was picking up the mics when they went off. You guys took off.
Oh wait, Jacob says he's gonna give me a Dr. Pepper.
What?
Jacob Overs, he says he's gonna give me a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
So you said, hey, like, the mics are picking up shit even when they're off. When the door's closed, then you took that off, and then you guys said that fixed it. Right? Or did it? Everyone's mics are off.
If they're all off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. I don't think it fixed it. So I'm just not talking.
I'm picking them all. Bro, I just heard them.
We're having a fantastic time.
Your speakers are on. Hamer just said they could hear you guys swearing in here, so you need to turn your speaker off.
Yeah, there-
So,
technical
we'll just call
difficulties.
here. He said there's some speakers on, so just be careful.
We're trying to work on that.
We're having a fantastic time. Those tuba players are absolutely unreal. They just
What's going on? What's
those tuba players are still going. This is exciting as football, folks. Watching those guys run in circles. Can we get a different camera angle? The tuba players, they're the real athletes here for you, folks. This is entertaining.
There's someone else on the audio. What? I swear that's someone else. Am I mildly out here or is this someone else? This is someone else, isn't it?
Where's Townsend?
They are now forcing the tuba players to do squats. This is it's always enjoyable to watch the Kirkwood Pioneer Band play. They are one of the better bands in the area, and it's always an impressive thing to watch. There are 6:20 remaining before halftime is over. If you're sticking with us to watch the technical difficulties and also watch the halftime show, we appreciate it.
Someone's on. I just wonder if I talked to Townsend.
.40 here before halftime concludes, although that clock's always a little bit misleading. The players haven't even come out to stretch yet, but so it's about 5:30 till the performance is over. And we are back. We are rolling here. Both teams with some room to make adjustments at halftime, room for improvement on both ends, and the Pioneers will kick this ball off to start the second half here. We're gonna see what they do here. What do you think were the biggest improvements that needed to be made at halftime on both sides?
For Kirkwood, it's their offensive line. They've been collapsing on too many times, and they've left their quarterback scrambling. Obviously, the quarterback was unfamiliar with the situation, and you start on Hopkins, and now you've got Jim Wiseman. You're worried about that offensive line protecting your quarterback.
Miles Kruger, who kicked the ball out of bounds just before halftime of the kickoff, was able to get this one to the 10, and not much room to run. That'll be about the same as a touchback, because he'll run a little past the... Oh, no, he'll get almost to the 30 on that one. That was a solid return. There is a flag. We're going to see what this is here. This could be a backbreaker for Marquette if it goes the other way. Nope. That will be a penalty on Kirkwood.
Marquette's going to get themselves a pretty good jump here to start this drive. Big things for Marquette this game so far. Their quarterback has been running the ball much better than their running backs have. It's a question of whether or not they can shut down that quarterback game, and whether or not the passing game for Marquette is going to be strong enough to support the second half.
Snap here, that's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's got a lot of room, and he'll rumble forward for the first down and a yard after that. We've seen that same play open many of Marquette's drives this game, and that is by far the most success it has had. They will move the chains here on the first play of their drive.
It's a huge carry from Marquette. That's the biggest one we've seen so far this game. And always to execute that play perfectly. That fake handoff was hasn't made it into Kirkwood's repertoire yet, but Marquette seems to be executing well.
Empty backfield here. Albrand, he'll bring a running back in. He's going to snap the ball, handed up the middle, and he's got a little bit more room, less successful than the last run play. That'll pick up about 4, and it'll be a 2nd and 6 here. And this is going to be a QB keeper here. That'll be enough for the first down and more. He tiptoed down the sideline there, and that'll be a big gain.
Albrand has been running the ball exceptionally well this game. He's had himself a set of legs. And Kirkwood hasn't seemed to have a response to that. Their defensive line has rushed the quarterback plenty of times, but they haven't been able to come up with those big stops.
Certainly has been dominant so far, and you have to know as Kirkwood that they were going to make adjustments at halftime, and that this Marquette offense was going to come out strong, and we're going to see how they pivot and how they change the game plan here. Ooh, that'll be a flagrant false start there. The receiver ran 5 yards on a route before the snap was snapped. First down there after a 5-yard penalty. Roughly a minute 15 has elapsed here in the third quarter of this football game. Pioneers once again lead 10-7 over the Marquette Mustangs. It'll be a first down and 15 rather. Albrand in the backfield sends a man in motion, snaps the ball. He's going to drop back to pass. Going through his reads, he's going to roll to his right here. Throws this one up the middle, and it is caught. That is caught by number 14 Tyree Bonnet.
Big stop by Bruce Malone and managed to go up the tackle there. Could have been a dangerous play for the Marquette Mustangs. Kirkwood managed to hold him to 7 yards.
It will now be a 2nd and 6. That was a substantial gain for Marquette there, and they're in a more favorable position now. Once again, in the shotgun. Looks to the sideline, makes some adjustments here.
Marquette's tightened up their offensive line significantly for this half. They've got a much tighter spread. It looks like they've got 7 on the line.
Definitely. This second half is going to be a different game than the first half. Albrecht snaps the ball, fakes the handoff, and he'll keep this one himself. And oh, he is fighting. He's going to shove off a defender, but he pushes him out of bounds anyway. Those guys dance together all the way to the sideline. Algren was not able to get outside. Kirkwood Pioneers kept good contain, and that'll be a stop and third down.
Number 15, Patrick Fortune with the stop there for the Pioneers.
Good play by Fortune. He stayed with it the whole way.
Kirkwood has had a very number of defensive linemen come up with plays this game. You wonder if it's
Solid amount of depth.
I would say a solid amount of depth, but they can't change in the game plan.
It'll be a 3rd and 10 here from the 38-yard line. Albrand drops back. He's looking. He's going to launch this one deep, and that is sailed over the head of the wide receiver, Deshaun Anderson. It'll be a 4th and 10, and what do you do if you're Marquette here? It's that awkward position where it's a little bit too long for a field goal, but it's too short to punt, and it's 4th and 10. What do you think they do here?
If I'm Marquette here, I go for it. But it looks like they're going to bring out their punt team. Obviously, Marquette had success on the 4th and 22 on the first drive of the game. But as we had talked about previously, and that during halftime, Marquette hasn't been nearly as confident in the play calling as Kirkwood has. So it's a question of whether or not Kirkwood finds or Marquette finds the offensive confidence to go for those big 4th down plays.
Certainly. The punt here, this one is grabbed, and it is line drived a little bit. That one will bounce at the 15. It'll bounce, roll back to the 6-yard line and down. That was a very good punt for Marquette, and Kirkwood will be starting with some tough field position here from their own 6-yard line. 9:11 to go here in the 3rd. All right, what do you think Kirkwood is going to want to kind of do this drive? What do you think they want to change?
Kirkwood should be looking to change their offensive pressure this drive. Obviously, they had a very strong run game in that first half that superseded what looked to be a really strong passing game with, let's look at the quarterback here. It looks like number 7, Creed Wise is still in position QB, so it looks like they're going to be relying on that running game with Deion Brown sticking to him.
Wise certainly played well in his limited time in the first half. It's going to be a handoff here up to Brown. He's got a little bit of space, and he is pushed back. No, that'll be a loss. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Significant loss there for the Pioneers. Deion Brown wasn't able to generate any energy after that, and he had no blockers there.
Again, Kirkwood trying to generate the run here. They're trying to, build that up. Deion Brown, obviously the focal point of their offense, but they have struggled with it through this game, and so far they've struggled with it in the second half despite adjustments.
Obviously, it's Kirkwood, you value that run game, but against Marquette, are you looking to pass?
Wise has had success earlier, and he'll pass on this play. They'll throw out there to Larry Robinson, and that one appears to be hauled in. He bobbled it a little bit, but he will bring that one in. That was a nice pass play on the sideline there, and they will move the chains. It's 1st down and 10 for the Pioneers. Like I said, the passing game getting involved.
Yeah, the Kirkwood's offensive coordination has been very in this game. I've been impressed with the dynamic play calling that Kirkwood's exhibited today. It's challenged this Marquette defense, and they've been able to grind away at the 1st down line.
Certainly. Wise sends a man in motion, snaps it. He will feed this ball to Brown, and Brown, with speed, just runs into a brick wall again. Maybe he gained 1. It's funny. Kirkwood's biggest criticism has probably been that they're a one-dimensional offense this season with the run game, but now, ironically, it's been flipped on its head. They seem to be one-dimensional for the pass. They have not been able to get anything going on the ground this game, at least with their running backs, despite that last drive in the first half.
2 significant carries in that first half for Kirkwood's run game, but their pass game has been hauling them through this game. Creighton Wise seems to be fond of the arm.
Low snap again. Big handoff. Wise pressured. He's going to roll to his right. He's got nobody, and he will throw that ball away to avoid the sack. Smart play by Wise there.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Might be for intentional grounding. We'll see here.
We're hoping not. It didn't seem like that. That seems like a really late call from the ref. That's intentional grounding.
It's definitely a late flag. That came out significantly after the pass hit the ground.
Obviously, you don't want to argue with the ref in this call here, but for Kirkwood, you really hope that this isn't another penalty. They've been disciplined so far this season, but 8 penalties this game.
Keeping count, yes. 8 penalties. We'll see this one goes. That one there, he was either throw the ball away or get a sack. So
intentional grounding on Kirkwood. Wow, that's just unfortunate. It seemed like there was an open receiver in 44, Ethan Yoke up there, but the refs are going to argue some intentional grounding.
Yeah, some might disagree with that call there, but ultimately, this is going to push it back. It's going to be a 3rd down and 21. At this point, you're playing the field position game. Maybe you can break something open, but I think you just try to gain a good 10 yards here and live to fight another day.
All eyes on Kirkwood's offensive line here. It looks like they can go for another run. We've seen him stack the offensive line any of these run plays, and he's only got 2 receivers here, so we'll see what the flip-flop with the line passing is.
Snap to Weiser. He'll roll out to his right, looking for an open man, and that is caught. And, actually breaks through a little bit. That's going to be a gain of about 5, maybe a little bit more, but it's still going to result in a 4th down.
Jaden still on the ball carrier. He targeted 3 times today. Good reception, but Kirkwood is going to come up short again on this drive. Looked promising until an intentional grounding call cost Kirkwood 10 yards.
Correction, that was a gain of 9 there. We lunged forward a little bit there at the end. And Kirkwood's punt team will come out. Snap. Punt is bobbled a little bit, but he's able to recover and get that ball in the air. It's going to bounce at the 50, it's going to roll back to the 40, and it is down at the 40-yard line. Another fortuitous bounce for the Pioneers. Punt coverage has also been solid, and their defense will come back on the field. This has been a defensive battle so far. It hasn't necessarily been offensive incompetence, but rather defensive prowess here. Both defenses have played solid, and there's obviously been a lot of penalties, but this has just been an absolute dogfight. And we'll see if Marquette can crack in the end zone here in their 2nd drive of the 2nd half. Sends a man in motion. Albright with the snap. Fake handoff. This time we'll drop back to pass. He's pressured a little bit, and he's going to get the screen pass off. And he's got a lot of room to run in the middle. He's cutting forward, he lurches, and that is going to get him to Kirkwood's 40-yard line.
Man down in the play.
There does appear to be a serious injury. You hate to see that. Medical staff coming out, and we will pause.
Kirkwood's number 2, Bruce Malone, down in that play. Gets up on his own power. Looks like he's favoring that left leg. Possibly. Hope he's okay.
Looks like a brutal injury there. It's good to see that he's okay and at least walking on his own power. And obviously we hope that there's no serious level of injury. And it will also be now 1st and 10 for the Marquette Mustangs as their offense comes back on the field here. They are at Kirkwood's 40-yard line with 6:47 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Kirkwood loads up the defensive line again.
Handoff here to the outside. Jukes a little bit, and he's got a big hole to run through, and he's going to power forward right to the hash. Let's see if this is going to be a 1st down. It's going to be close.
Big story of this game. Kirkwood, obviously, it's the first big run for Marquette in this quarter. Kirkwood unable to stop the quarterback option and as well as the screen pass. Number 2, Jack Albert has been performing incredible under pressure for the Marquette Mustangs, and Kirkwood hasn't been able to capitalize on any of the good defensive rushes they've had so far.
Yeah, definitely. And again, that's now a 1st down. Marquette running the ball, moving the ball down the field much better in this 2nd half, including some adjustments were made. The handoff once again, and he will fall forward for about 8-9 yards there. It'll get close to a 1st down once again.
He's supposed to move the chains.
This is a relentless offensive attack by Marquette, marching down the field. We'll see if Kirkwood can come up with a big stop here in the red zone.
With 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, Marquette Mustangs are driving in the red zone.
Handoff once again. And that one will be good for a first down. It was 2nd and 1, and he got about 4 or 5. Marquette.
Marquette's one game that we talked about, we said, is this going to be a pass or run game? Look like they had a tough passing game going on in the first half, but their running game is coming alive, and it seems to be Kirkwood's kryptonite right now.
Definitely, and again, this is a fast-paced offense they're running. They're calling plays a lot quicker than they were in the first half, and they're wearing down this Kirkwood defense. Handoff, and no, this one is going to be kept by the quarterback, Jack Allebrand, and that one doesn't get much. Kirkwood is ready for that option there, and he'll only gain a few yards, and he is brought down. Of course, a second down here for the Marquette Mustangs.
Kirkwood looked much more prepared for that quarterback keeper there. And Marquette's, I talked about it at halftime, Marquette's play calling is looking so much more confident this half. I looked over the sideline, get this game, or you get this half, and we're, oh, there they go. Just speak of the devil, they're looking over to the sideline with 15 seconds on the play clock. Let's see what Marquette does.
Are we ready here? 4:40 left in the third quarter. Snapping, he's going to drop back to pass. Albrand's looking, he throws, and that passes. Oh, it's caught, and he's going to be down inside the 5-yard line. That was a pass up the middle. He was able to duck under the defender and fight forward, and it will be a first down and goal, 4 yards away from the end zone here for the Marquette Mustangs.
Number 33, Carson, was an absolute clutch shot for the Pioneers that were surefire touchdown. Had not gotten in the way there. Lapse in coverage for the Pioneers. It seems like they've, again, struggling with these short throw passes in this run game that Marquette has been driving down the field with.
Certainly. Sends a man in motion once again. Albrand will take the snap, and he'll keep it himself, and he is able to fight through the pile into the end zone. That will be a touchdown for Marquette. It'll make that 13-10, pending the extra point. And that was just an absolutely relentless offensive attack from Marquette on that drive there. There wasn't much Kirkwood's defense could do. They marched the ball downfield at will.
Kirkwood, number 2, has got your number this game. Auburn has been a one-man army for the run game for the Marquette Mustangs. As looks like their running back number 22 has gone to the sideline with an injury.
Certainly don't want to see that, but we have the PAT is no good. He missed that one a little bit, so Kirkwood only down by a field goal here. It is 13-10. Marquette with 3:57 here to go in the third, and Kirkwood will get the ball back on this kickoff. Obviously, huge offensive drive for Marquette. You got to think some of that momentum will continue. So if you're the Pioneers offense here, you can't rely on your defense continually making stops over and over again. You got to put some more points on the board here.
Completely agree with that assessment. We stop and plays. Special teams take the field here. So Kirkwood needs to step up the defensive game. It needs to be a change in plan. Obviously, that run game for Marquette, short pass game, is the big kryptonite.
Special teams for the Pioneers as a whole this year has been a kind of wacky thing to watch. You never really know what you're going to get. Solid return men, though, and we'll see what they can do here. Hopefully set them up in some good field position. Obviously, last time they started the drive from the 6, and that went nowhere.
Number 92 with the kick here.
He's going
Another
to squib this one up the middle, and that is fielded at the 30, cuts inside a little bit, and he'll be brought down at the 36. And
looks like the ball is loose there.
Marquette's sideline is signaling that there could be a fumble. See who comes up with it.
And looks like Kirk's that ball.
Kirkwood did recover that.
Number 11, Cameron Richardson for carry. Was in position for it, but Marquette's kicker has squibbed. What is this now? His 4th kick? He squibbed it.
I do believe it is his 4th, yes. It's a bold strategy, but I mean, it's worked for him so far.
Indeed it has. They came up with the recovery in the first script, and he kicked it low ever since.
There you go.
You have to wonder if Marquette's gambling on a rapid recovery from their special teams if they squibbed 4 kicks in a row and it's not intentional.
Definitely. Special teams is always a bit of a chess match, especially in the high school level where things aren't as consistent. We'll now see here Kirkwood. Wise with the handoff. Brown. He's going to get maybe 2 yards there. Once again, Brown just can't seemingly break through that first line of guys. I mean, if he gets past that, he can do some damage, but he has just not been able to get through. The blocking has not been there, and more importantly, Marquette's defensive line has come up huge.
Yeah, number 7, Creighton Wise, filling for Lamar Hopkins. Lamar Hopkins went out early in the second quarter with what seemed like an injury, and he's been on the sideline ever since.
Wise in good recovery. He'll send Dion outside. He'll step up in the pocket. Wise under pressure, and he is wrapped up from behind and sacked, although he might have actually fallen forward a little bit on that play. It's overall going to be no real gain for the Pioneers, and it will be 3rd down.
If you're Kirkwood, you're worried about those of your lines. As I said during halftime, it's been a war of defensive and offensive lines this game, and Kirkwood's linemen are kind of fading right now. It's worrisome for the Pioneers.
Certainly, Marquette's definitely winning the battle in the trenches right now. We'll see if that changes. Wise with a snap on 3rd and 8. He's going to fire that ball to the sideline, and that ball is caught, and he's got the first down. He's looking for a little bit more. He's got a huge break. He's running. He is brought down by a shoestring there.
Number 1, Jaden Sloan with a huge carry, almost a 30-yard gain in the play.
He caught it on a quick little 8-yard route, and he was able to turn up field and get much more than that. And the Pioneers are now on the right side of the field. Just tell him that you're leaving, and that was a play that didn't really go anywhere there. 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Pioneers after a big game, but now they'll step back a little bit. It'll be 2nd down at 12.
We're hoping Kirkwood can kind of create some offense here. It seems like they've been relying on this run game, praying that these screen passes are working. They've gone away from the passing game that we said had been so successful in the first half. Let's see if the next resurgence here.
Snap here, fake handoff. Wise will drop back. He's under pressure, but he throws this one deep, and that one sails over the head of the receiver and the defender. That'll be incomplete pass, intended for Jaden Sloan, who had that big run and catch just a few plays ago. It'll now be 3rd down at 12 for the Pioneers on the 35, and it'll be interesting to see what the play call is here. You got to think, with 1:30 left in the 3rd, bit start for offense so far in this game, and you're only down by 3. You're going to try to either get in a field goal range, or you're going to try to just gain a good chunk of yards here and treat this like it's 4th down territory.
I completely agree. If I'm Jerry Macklin here, I'm going for it.
You're going to send Sloan in motion. Drops back to pass. He throws deep. It's a screen pass to Brown. Brown's going to get in the middle, and he's got some space. He's got some space to run. He's at the 20, and he falls forward, does a backflip, and lands at the 15-yard line. An absolutely athletic play by Dion Brown on the screen pass, getting involved in the passing game. And that'll be a 1st down for the Pioneers.
Huge carry by Dion Brown. That run game coming up strong. He took a screen from Kirkwood Rise after he was under pressure. That offensive line again caved, and he had 2 linemen on him, but he managed to scramble away and get the pass off on Brown.
We saw screen passes get kind of phased out of the playbook a little bit after the first couple games, but they've run 2 very successful ones so far. Wise with the handoff to Brown. He's going to the outside, and he's at the 10-yard line, and he's able to fight for extra yards. That's a solid carry. That'll put him not quite at the 5, maybe at the 6-yard line here. And I'll make it 2nd down.
Brown fighting intensely to get those yards. You can tell that there's a little bit of fire in this Kirkwood line right now.
2nd down and 3. They are inside the 10-yard line. They can get those 3 yards and then get a 1st down and goal.
Quick turnover by Pioneers.
Hand off to Brown once again. He's able to fight the middle, and he scores! Dion Brown up the gut, and he lunges into the end zone. It is a Kirkwood Pioneers touchdown, and they've recaptured the lead. 16-13, pending the extra point.
Here comes Miles Kirkwood out here for this point after touchdown. And he lived the first one, so hoping that he's...
Yeah, that first extra point, it had a little trouble getting up there, but it was good. We'll see if he can get this one through, too. This is a big extra point. This will make Kirkwood go up by more than a field goal. It's currently a 3-point game, and he will knock that one through, and that makes it 17. Your Kirkwood Pioneers and Marquette Mustangs 13. 56 seconds here left in the third quarter.
What do you think Marquette does with that time?
I think Marquette just continues what they did last drive. I mean, their offense picked it up. They were absolutely, unstoppable, quite frankly, on that last drive. I say keep it up until Kirkwood stops you. Force them to make a change.
Completely agree with that, sister. It is Friday night. We're going to you live from Lions Memorial Stadium. I'm Mason Hartwell, color commentator alongside my broadcast partner, Owen Backer. The story of the game so far has been the run game, as passing hasn't been favored by either team. We saw a little bit of passing from Kirkwood in the first half following a quarterback change, what appeared to be an injury to number 4, Omar Hopkins. And Deion Brown has come up big with several carries here in the second half, so the run game is making a huge resurgence.
Of course. They've been running Deion Brown kind of into a wall, and it wasn't working, but that doesn't mean they can't get him involved in the offense because he's obviously incredibly skilled. They got him involved in some screen passes, got a little creative with it, and he was making a huge impact. That ball is booted out for a touchback by Miles Kruger. Touchbacks in a high school football game are a special thing to see. Kruger has a big leg on him, and that one was knocked out of the back of the end zone.
We had questioned whether or not Holiday would make a return to the kickoff after Kruger booted it out of bounds on his most recent kickoff attempt, but looks like Kirkwood's going to be sticking with Kruger.
First and 10, 20-yard line, Marquette.
Marquette starting from the 20-yard line here. They'll see if they can replicate the success they had in their last drive. Once again, 2 guys are set in motion now. Here's the snap. It'll be a handoff up the middle once again, and he is swallowed up before he can even get to the line of scrimmage. Kirkwood's defense swarming there, and it'll be a gain of nothing.
I'm very impressed with Kirkwood's defense this quarter. They gave up like a tough touchdown on the last drive. The linebackers and the defensive backs are much stronger than the defensive line. They're making up for weak presence.
Once again, that last touchdown drive we really feel was more on just the incredible success of Marquette's offense rather than the Kirkwood defense lapsing at all. It is now 2nd down and 10. Snap, fake handoff, drops back to pass. He's going to throw this one high, and that pass is hauled in. A huge catch to end the quarter. Or actually, there's 10:02 left in the quarter.
Number 14, Tyler Bond, has yet another haul in. Bond has only been targeted 3 times this game, but 2 receptions for combined 50 yards. He's made a huge impact for this Marquette offense so far.
You know, Albrand got a little bit of time in the pocket there. He sailed the ball over the whole defense, and it was one-on-one coverage, tight window, and he was able to get the ball there. That was an excellent throw, and a huge gain for the Marquette Mustangs here as the third quarter expires. Sides will now change for the final time in this contest, barring an overtime. Once again, it is 17 for your Kirkwood Pioneers and 13 for the Marquette Mustangs. Both teams will huddle up and game plan a little bit here as the third quarter has wrapped up. You know, it's interesting. It's been a bit of a chess match so far this game. And what are you thinking if you're running Kirkwood's defense right now after that huge play they just gave up?
I'm running Kirkwood's defense right now. I'm thinking I need more guys on the line, because what's happening is you're giving quarterback Jack Coleman so much time in the pocket that he's just got. His brain is able to rack and make plenty of great decisions so far. He's kept the ball, he's won the ball, he's made perfect screen passes, and you just saw that he went deep to 14 Kyrie Bond. Marquette's offense has been much more variable than we expected.
And we knew this was going to be a good game coming in here, but this game has been very, very close. Not as high scoring as some of the other Kirkwood contests this year, but it has been overall very strong. And we are back. Snap in the backfield here. He steps up. He's going to throw this one on one leg, and that pass is, nearly intercepted there by number 11, Cameron Richardson, but it hit the ground. Kirkwood doing a good job getting pressure there, but it does appear there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the ref indicates. I didn't see anything. And it's going to be a holding infraction on Marquette. They'll get moved back here a little bit. It'll be a first down and 20 now. A break for the Pioneers. See if they can capitalize off this as Marquette moves back to the 45-yard line. Maybe a little bit south of that. Also, would like to give a good farewell to my broadcast partner, Mason Heller. He has had to depart with us, but you know, we're gonna continue. Albrand looking to the sideline. Empty backfield here in the gun. Snaps the ball, and he's going to be a QB keeper, but the whistle is blown before the play can even get off. There's a flag on the field. It is a false start penalty on Marquette. That is 15 yards of penalties they have now taken in the last 2 plays. It is now a first down, a rare first down and 28. And Marquette, who had that massive pass to end the third quarter here now, are back up to their own 50-yard line. Albrand with the snap. He's going to drop back to pass here. He's rolling, he's pressured. He's going to throw that ball away. It didn't look like there was anyone in the vicinity. There is no signal of an intentional ground penalty, although Kirkwood's sideline is looking for one. That'll make it a second down and 28 to go. Oh, and the refs have huddled, and they will throw the flag. That will be an intentional grounding penalty. 3 large penalties taken by Marquette on this drive that have completely erased the massive pass they had to start it. They are now pushed back deep into their own territory. This is a unique game planning situation for the Marquette coaching staff. You are not often faced with a second down and over 30. It's a third down and 47 here, a rare occurrence. I'm not really sure what you do with this. I think you just try to play for field position here, try to open up the field a little bit, get some passes down the middle. Very interested to see what the play call is here. Albrand will keep it himself, and he's got some room up the middle, dancing through defenders, but he will be brought down after a solid gain, but it doesn't put much of a dent. There's been a correction. That was second down and 47, so it'll now make this play third down. Third down and 35. That was Jameer Williams on the tackle. Third and 35 here. Pioneers looking to bring a little bit of pressure. Albrand drops back. Pressured immediately. It's just going to be a screen pass. It's caught. And he is out of bounds. That was number 24, Jack Krebs, with the catch. Not a bad gain at all, but not enough to convert when it's a third and 35. It's now fourth down and 29. And the Marquette Mustangs punt team will walk onto the field. Not much else you can really do in that situation. What looked like a promising drive for Marquette, completely derailed by penalties. Good punt here. That one sails up. And that is out of bounds at, I think, the 22-yard line, if I had to put a bet on it. Check that, 31-yard line. A little bit better than we thought. Kirkwood's offense scored on the previous drive. They will take over here. See what they can do. With 10:30 left in the fourth quarter here, I mean, Kirkwood's offense could punch it in here and chew up about 3 or 4 minutes of clock. I mean, that could really put the dagger in Marquette. It'd be very hard to come back from that. It's a key drive. Oh, it's a fumble on the snap. No indication of who recovered it. I believe it was Kirkwood, and it is. Creighton Wise. Ball just slipped out of his hand, landed on the ground. He was able to dive on it and recover his own fumble, unlike Cam Newton in the 2015 Super Bowl. Pioneers are now faced with a 2nd down and 16 from the 25-yard line. Creighton Wise in the gun. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking, and that pass is intercepted. He was looking for number 1, Jaden Sloan. He didn't turn his head fast enough, and that ball was pounced on by the defensive back. And Marquette will take over here at the 30-yard line, pushing into Kirkwood territory. An unfortunate play for the Pioneers. I think there might have been some kind of miscommunication there. That was Wise's first read. He was turning the sideline, and the defensive back just pounced on it. Kirkwood's defense now has to come up with a big stop. And with 9:49 to go here in the fourth, it is 17 Kirkwood, 13 Marquette. Marquette with the ball. There'll be a handoff up the middle, and once again runs into a wall. This Pioneers defense is swarming. They're really not letting much get through the line here. These interior runs just haven't been materializing for Marquette. Quarterback check Albrecht. Drops back. He doesn't see anyone. He's going to fire this one deep, and that is, almost intercepted. The Pioneers almost took that one right back. It was Tyler Macon who got in. And that pass was sailed into double coverage. That didn't really have any chance at all. It is now 3rd down and 9 for Marquette, and they are on the 30-yard line. Definitely in field goal territory. Say it is highly unlikely that Marquette will kick a field goal here as they are down by 4 with 9 minutes left in the fourth. You need a touchdown to be able to reclaim the lead. 4 down territory. Let's see if Marquette just tries to get close to the first down marker here. Empty backfield. Harmon drops back. He's going to launch this one deep, one-on-one, and it is broken up. A sensational defensive play by Tyler Macon, the defensive back. He made the deflection on the previous play. It was a 50-50 ball, and Tyler Macon said, nope, 100-0. It's now 4th down and 9. Marquette's offense in an awkward territory. You have to go for it in this situation. You would have liked them to maybe run it and get some yards on that previous play if you're their offensive coordinator. Kirkwood High School's fans getting very loud. Surely that home field advantage plays a little bit of an impact on this game. It's a good crowd. 4th down and 9. Marquette with the ball. Sends a man in motion. Quarterback drops back to pass. He's going to throw this one deep, and that ball sails over. That went to nobody, and it's a turnover on downs. And the Pioneers defense is elated after an unfortunate interception to turn the ball over on the wrong side of the 40. The Pioneers defense comes up big with the stop. And Marquette has turned the ball over on downs and done nothing but run a little clock. It is 9 minutes straight now remaining in the fourth quarter. Here, handoff to Deion Brown. Deion Brown's got the outside. He's running. He's got a little bit of room, and they could not contain him, and he is able to get past the first down and then a little bit more. That's a gain of 14 for Deion Brown. They've been running that play all night, and it has not been working. And finally, Brown is able to get the outside. The clock continues to run here. You got to start thinking about that. Obviously, for Kirkwood's offense, your main goal isn't to run clock right now. It's to put the ball in the end zone. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Hand off to Brown once again, and this time he has nowhere to go. He's going to run backwards. He is completely swallowed up. That's going to be a massive loss there. That was an unfortunate play for the Pioneers. There's not much they could do there. Brown ran straight into 2 defenders, stumbled backwards, tried to break the tackle, and there was 5 more guys to meet him. Second down and 19 for the Pioneers here. Obviously, you don't want to throw the ball, and if you do, you want to kind of keep it short, keep it in bounds, try to chew a little bit of clock. But you can't play that game too much right now because you're only up by 4, and you got to put points on the board. Again, both teams with 3 timeouts. And if the Brown note's kept by Wise, and he's going to run forward, it's going to be a gain of a couple, maybe 3 or 4. Now third down and 16 here. The clock continues to run. It is now at 7:35. Once again, Kirkwood is leading the Marquette Mustangs 17-13. And an interesting situation if you were Jeremy Macklin here. Obviously, you want to get the first down. You can't bank on your defense making, continual stops over and over again. I'd say maybe you throw something short up the middle, hope that they can run for the first down, but if not, and they're tackled, at least the clock keeps running. Pioneers will huddle here on the sideline to try to make a decision. There's an injured player for Marquette. That is unfortunate to see, but he has gotten up on his own power. That's number 52. Hate to see that. Injuries are a part of the game of football, and it is good to see that he is walking off, and he appears to be all right, at least for now. Kirkwood will take the ball back over here. Third down and 16 with 7:32 remaining in the 4th quarter. Empty backfield here. He's going to call in Brown for support, and Brown's now in the backfield. Wise with the snap. It's going to be a pass here. He drops back. He scrambles to his right. He's going to throw this one to the sideline, and that pass is hauled in. That was a leaping grab by number 11, Cameron Richardson. And that will not be enough for the first down, but he does stay in bounds and keep the clock running and get a little bit more favorable punting position for Kirkwood. It's now 4th and 3. And it looks like Kirkwood will not send out the punt unit. They're confident enough in their offense to gain 3 yards here. Can't say I disagree with the decision. 6:35 left to go in the 4th. Direct snap to Brown. Brown on the outside. He cuts inside it. He's got space. He's running. He's at the 30. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's brought down at the 15. A massive run. He needed 3 yards, and he got a whole lot more than that. The Pioneers are now in the red zone after that massive play. It was a direct snap to Deion Brown, and he ran with it right out of the Wildcat. Clock continues to run here. Both teams still with 3 timeouts. It's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at the 17-yard line. The game's obviously not over yet, but that is a virtual backbreaker for the Mustangs here. If they get that stop there, they take over with favorable field position, 3 timeouts, and a hefty amount of time to punch the ball in the end zone. Instead of that, they're looking at a potential Pioneer scoring drive. Snap directly to Brown once again. He runs up, and that play not nearly as successful as the previous, but he does gain a couple yards there. And once again, the clock keeps running. If you're Marquette, you can't be burning timeouts yet, so you just kind of have to sit there and watch that clock tick down. So good clock management by Pioneers coach Jeremy Macklin so far. Second down and 8 here for the Pioneers. Looks like they'll go in that same formation. This will be a direct snap to Brown. This formation had some success earlier in the game. Oh, and he is nowhere. The entire Marquette defense was in the backfield before the ball even reached Brown's hands. That'll be a loss of a ton. And now Kirkwood has been just narrowly knocked out of field goal range. A field goal for Kirkwood would put them up 7 and safely out of, well, at least Marquette tying it. It'll be a 3rd down and 14 here with 4:35 remaining in the 4th quarter. Pioneers will huddle up here, go to the sideline to see what they want to do here. And Kirkwood has called a timeout. That'll stop the clock, but it will give them time to coordinate some kind of strategy here. If you can gain some good yards here, you can go for a field goal, but also, I mean, this is potential 4th down territory. And again, if you've already gone for a 4th down once this drive and it worked out extremely well. As the Kirkwood High School band plays Industry Baby for the first time this game. There you go. Kirkwood's offense walking back on the field. I see no, oh no, Creighton Wise is coming back out, so they've ditched that formation. He's communicating with the sideline. Creighton Wise has run out as a wide receiver, and this will be a direct snap to the running back. There's 5 wideouts. Jelvik is sent in motion. Direct snap, and he's going to run up the middle. He's got a little bit of room. Tyler Macon with the carry. There's a direct snap once again. He won't get the first. The Pioneers will send their special teams unit out there. That run got him a little bit more favorable field position for this field goal attempt. Kruger standing on the 31-yard line. As the clock runs here, 3:50 left. The hold is good, kicked, and no good. That was a helicopter kick. It sailed just a little bit left. No good. The score is still 17 Kirkwood, 13 Marquette. Kirkwood was able to run a good chunk of time off the clock there, but with 3:45 and 3 timeouts, Marquette is poised to, put in the end zone here. Kirkwood's defense is going to have to make a big stop. Can't necessarily blame Kruger. That was a fairly long field goal for a high school kicker distance. It was not a brutal miss by any means. But either way, it is no good. Snap here. Allen driving back. Throws this one. He is caught on the hash mark, and he's got some room, and he's going to fall down right in front of the first down marker. I believe that will move the chains. Quick little outlet pass there. I expect to see a lot more of this from Marquette this drive. They're going to have to pass the ball, obviously, with the clock. A lot of short, quick passes, and a lot of hurry-up offense. Low snap again. Recovered. All ran. Searching. Fires. And that tackle is made immediately after the completion on the screen pass. Pass is complete, but it'll be a tackle for a big loss there. That's the not ideal play if you're Marquette here. You run some clock and you lose 2 yards. It is now 2nd down and 12. With 3 minutes exactly remaining in the 4th quarter. Low snap again. It's a fumble. He's able to recover. He throws the football down the middle, and that pass is hauled in. They're saying Kirkwood sideline arguing interception. There's a tussle for it. That pass caught by number 80, Gavin Walker Marsh. The refs are having none of it. They will say that was completion. It is now 3rd down and 2. Fake handoff, and this is a QB keeper up the middle, and he slides after getting past the 1st down. He's brought it to the 46-yard line. Solid ball movement by Kirkwood here, with 2:50, or by Marquette here rather, with 2:14 and a running clock remaining in the 4th. Saying he was down before that. They're at the Kirkwood 49 now. Low snap once again. Fumble, but he's able to recover, and he is sacked. Another low snap. Albrand unable to recover, and Kirkwood's defense swarmed him on that play, and it doesn't appear we have an injury on the field. There will be an official timeout here for injury. We'll take a small break. Snap here, Albrand pressured a little bit. He steps up, he throws, and that is a wide open receiver midfield. He's got the 1st down, even more room to run. He cuts to the sideline, trying to get out of bounds, and he is tackled inside. And there's a flag afterwards. That was a clutch tackle by number 11, Cameron Richardson, to keep him from getting out of bounds and keep the clock from stopping. We'll see what this flag is for. And this flag does appear it's going to be on the Pioneers after the play. Oh, it's going to be for a horse collar tackle after the play. Oh, that is an absolutely brutal penalty. With 1:37 left, Marquette with 3 timeouts, Kirkwood with 2. It's 1st and 10 for Marquette on the 14. And they're probably going to try to run some clock here and then put the ball in the end zone with only a few seconds left. I wouldn't designate it quite a miracle, but Kirkwood's going to need a big stop here. A field goal does not do Marquette any good as they are down 4, so they do have to punch it in the end zone. Seems to be some minor confusion about the snap count. They look to the sideline. Jack Albrand sends a man in motion, snaps the ball. Going to be a handoff up the middle here, and that'll be a touchdown. Handoff up the middle. He's able to fight through the entire Pioneers defense, fight through a strip attempt, and he falls into the end zone for a touchdown. It is 19 Marquette, 17 Kirkwood. Now, if you're Marquette here, it looks like they're going to kick the extra point. A field goal would tie it for the Pioneers. If you're Kirkwood, you're almost lucky that they scored that soon. They do have 1:31 and 2 timeouts on this next drive. Key extra point here. That ball is up, and that ball is good. It'll be 20 for the Marquette Mustangs and 17 for Kirkwood. A field goal would tie it. A touchdown would win it for the Pioneers. 1:31 and 2 timeouts pending the kickoff. There is some reason for optimism if you're the Pioneers. They have had some decent success throwing the ball this game. If they can get a couple big chunk plays downfield, get inside the 25-yard line, get a field goal, they can at least get this game to overtime. If not, maybe punch it in the end zone and win the game entirely. Again, 1:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. The special teams units from the respective teams will trot out on the field and prepare for the kickoff. A squib kick here. That one is caught by Cameron Richardson at the 30, and he's got a big return here, and he's going to fall down at the 43-yard line. That was a very solid return. Ran about 5 seconds off the clock. Obviously not ideal to have this clutch game-winning drive in front of you, but the Pioneers could be in a worse situation. 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Pioneers with 2 timeouts, down 3. They can't take a sack. They can't take a bad, run stuffed up the gut, and they definitely can't take a turnover. That would end the football game. The Let's Go Kirkwood chants intensify. Fans are ready to see a miracle. Wise with 2 backs. Right back, he's going to throw this ball up middle, and that is broken up. I thought it was intercepted, but that ball is on the ground. Incomplete pass intended for Jaden Sloan. 6 seconds ran off, and there's now 1:20 left on the clock. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pioneers from the 43. Wise drops back to pass. He's pressured. He's going to run up the middle here. He throws the ball across his body up middle, and that hits the ground 4 or 5 yards before the wide receiver. Another 5 seconds off the clock. 1:15 remaining here. 3rd down and 10 for the Pioneers. Obviously, you're thinking big picture, how to get in the end zone or at least get in a field goal range, but you do have to get the 1st down here. This is 4-down territory, but you got to at least get these 10 yards at some point. They can't just keep taking shots. 4 wide receivers here. Brown sent out. Wise pressure once again. He's going to step up. Oh, he avoids the tackle, and he's running up to the 50, and he is brought down. Oh, and there appears to be a fumble. See who has it here. The refs are huddled. We're going to see what they indicate here. And Kirkwood will remain on offense. The ball might have popped out for a second, but Kirkwood recovered. It'll be 4th down for the Pioneers. A huge run up the middle by Creighton Wise to avoid the sack. It is 4th down and 2. You have to get these 2 yards here, or the game's over. 1:03 remaining. 2 timeouts for Kirkwood. Wise throws it, and that sails over the head of number 17, Larry Robinson. Incomplete pass. That'll be a turnover on downs for the Pioneers, and that means all Marquette has to do is kneel down the ball a couple times, and this game will be over. Crazier things have happened in the sports world, but in all likelihood, it looks like the Marquette Mustangs will take this game 20-17 over the Kirkwood Pioneers. There is still 59 seconds of football, and the Pioneers have 2 timeouts, so Marquette's going to have to kneel this ball down 3 times. That's 3 times that they could potentially mess up a snap or make a mistake. We'll see if Kirkwood can get in on that. Don't worry, Pioneer fans, not all hope is lost, just most of it. A shotgun here, not a traditional kneel-down formation. It's actually going to be a handoff, a traditional handoff up the middle. That's going to be for 5 yards, and Kirkwood will be forced to use a timeout. 53.8 remaining. Curious play. Handing the ball off instead of kneeling. bit of a high-risk situation. Obviously, all 11 of these Kirkwood defenders are thinking to strip, try to get a hand in on the ball and rip it out of the running back's hands. This is why ball security is very important. Pioneers now with 1 timeout remaining. 53.8 in the game. They are down 17-20 and Marquette has the ball. They should be pretty open and shut here. Once again, I will remind everyone that crazier things have happened. Jack Halloran, the quarterback. He's in the gun once again. He's going to take the snap. It's low. He's going to keep it, and he falls forward. He's going to gain a couple yards there. And Kirkwood will be forced to use their final timeout. Interesting situation here. 3rd down. Kirkwood with no timeouts remaining here. Obviously, one would think to kneel down the football, but then with 49 seconds left, they'd be forced to punt it at some point or face a delay of game because there's too much time on the game clock. So this is difficult. We're probably going to see Marquette try to do some sort of sneak or run the ball, try to get that 1st down or at least kill 9 seconds so that the game clock can expire. Even when it seems like all hope is lost, a very intense chess match happening here between both sidelines. Once again, Marquette up by 3 points here with 49.5 to go. Kirkwood has no timeouts and it's 3rd down and 1. Quarterback Jack Halloran in the gun. He's going to get this. He's going to keep it, and he's pushed back. I don't think he got there. We'll see what the refs signal. The clock is running. He will be short. But this game's not over yet with being 4th down. Interesting to see what they do here. I believe Marquette's offense will stay on the field. They will wait till the last possible second, and then they will snap it. There is 18 seconds left. 2 more seconds on the game clock than there is on the score clock. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And the whistle's been blown here. Marquette will call a timeout. 4th down and 1. I imagine here they're going to snap the ball to the quarterback in the gun, and he's probably just going to run backwards for 3 seconds till the game is over. There has been a series of low snaps from Marquette here, so if you're Kirkwood, you're thinking, how can we get into that backfield as fast as possible and maybe try to create some sort of fumble? They'll be sending everybody. 3.3 remaining. Clock is not running. Marquette's up by 3, 4th down and 1. We'll see what happens on this play. And he'll run forward with the ball, and a strip attempt is for naught. The clock is showing all zeros. The buzzer has sounded, and Kirkwood has been defeated 17-20 by the Marquette Mustangs. Pioneers will drop to 2-3, while Marquette will improve their record to an impressive 5-0. It was a dogfight tonight. There were some good plays on both sides, some solid offense, some solid defense, and in the end, Marquette just got a few more breaks, and they come out on top of this game. We'll see how the Pioneers rebound and come back next week. As a good tradition here in sports, the handshake line coming out. Appreciation shown between competitors. Overall, a solid matchup of football, and from everybody here. We had some stream issues, obviously, but this is the first time we're doing it, and we got to watch a solid football game here tonight. So from everybody here at Kirkwood High School, KHTV, this is Owen Becker signing off.